Fans, welcome into the Columbus Civic Center. For those of you watching us on our Columbus River Dragons YouTube page, thanks so much for tuning in here to start tonight's game. And for those of you who are looking for the radio call on 92.1 FM, 1420 AM, we do have a couple of issues right now as there is a big storm passing through the area, as you might have heard. And so with that in mind, we're working on fixing our radio connection back to our partners at PMB Broadcasting. YouTube, you are seeing the live stream here. Warm-ups just concluded. We're going to be taking a little break here. We'll come back to doing a bridged Burger King pregame show, as it were. But right now we're trying to settle the radio end of things. So bear with us for a bit. We will be back in time for a little bit of pregame, and we'll definitely be back in time for the Aflac first period. Again, puck drop tonight is at 6:05. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen and fans, welcome to the Houston Twin Ice, the Bud Light Sound Bowl. Attention fans, the game tonight will be delayed by 15 minutes due to the weather. Again, the game tonight between your River Dragons and the Fort Huron Prowlers will be delayed 15 minutes due to bad weather.
Fans, you might have caught that over our crowd mics. Just wanted to let you know, tonight's puck drop will take place now at 6:20 due to inclement weather in the area. So stay with us for a little bit. We're still working on the radio end of things, trying to reestablish our connection there before we begin our broadcast. Obviously, on our YouTube stream, you can see the pictures of the game, Columbus River Dragons. Want to appreciate that, as well as CTV Beam, the folks working the TV here tonight. So stay tuned with us, but puck drop is now scheduled for 6:20. So we'll catch you a couple of minutes before then at the very latest. We're hoping to have pregame started up as soon as we possibly can. Stay with us. Updates as they roll in right here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, Parker Moscow will be wearing number 9 tonight. If he scores, then you have won a free small drink from Jason's Deli, redeemable Monday after 11 a.m. with your ticket stub. The Columbus River Dragons, Circle K, and Bud Light have teamed up to give you a chance to win tickets to any home game this year. Visit your nearest Circle K convenience store and text the word WIN to 888-706-GOLD. That's 888-706-4625. Winners are notified via text 48 hours before puck drop. Whisperwood Residential Partners are the official residential partners of the Columbus River Dragons. With wonderful amenities and dragons, Whisperwood makes you feel right at home. Anyone who uses objectionable language, consumes alcoholic beverages not legally sold inside the arena, or who throws anything upon the ice or at any player, official, or other spectators shall be subject to immediate ejection from the premises, in addition to any other remedy or fine or arrest as may be provided by law. No tobacco usage in the Civic Center. Designated smoking areas are located outside. Be sure to purchase your 2019-2020 Game Day program. Player rosters, game day information, and more hockey knowledge ready to read. Also check your program for an autobiography by a player.
Fans, we are back here for a moment on the YouTube stream. We're not starting up with the show just yet. Again, still trying to establish connection back to our radio station, WRCG 92.1 FM, 1420 AM. We will be starting up with the Burger King pregame show no later than 6:10 p.m. Scheduled puck drop is at 6:20 here now at the Civic Center, and we'll be starting up with our show at 6:10, no later than. If we establish connection back with the radio station and get everything back in order before, we will take to the air before. But 6:10 is our full stop. We'll be on air and ready to go to call tonight's game, the Columbus River Dragons and the Port Huron Prowlers. Bear with us. The storm outside continues to rage, and we get ready for puck drop here tonight in the Civic Center. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more updates as we have them.
River Dragons fans, missing out on some gear? Be sure to head over to the souvenir stand located on the upper level above the front lobby. Hats, jerseys, t-shirts, blankets, snuggies, and more. Head on over and check it out. Player roster of your captain, Chase Follis, are available. Now, look at that ice. We want to thank the Bud Light Tip owner. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
That ice is beautiful!
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams. WTVM wants to recognize high school students for their excellence in the classroom and on the field. Nominate a Kinetic Credit Union Star Athlete of the Week. Go to the WTVM app or online and enter your nomination today.
George, forget about that. It's hockey time.
challenge tonight for the River Dragons as they host a tough opponent here tonight at the Columbus Civic Center. They lost our signal? Must be a new guy.
No, you cannot replace the Zamboni with the Mac.
One more update here. Hopefully before we hit the air, that horn that just hit, and you might notice the clock is counting down under 5 minutes. That is not timed up right for a 6:20 puck drop here at the Civic Center. We've just been alerted that will be changed here in a little bit. We were hoping to get it before we got that 5-minute horn, but we did not. We'll be changing it up here in a little bit and making sure that the time reads right to get ready for a 6:20 puck drop. That's about 16 or so minutes away. We will be taking the air within the next 5 minutes. Bear with us, folks. We're on the air within the next 5 minutes. Bear with us.
Tonight's puck drop will be starting at 6:20. Thank you.
We're asking, does Matt Graham fight at all? And the answer was yes, because he dropped the gloves of Preston Kugler. And we asked him, because he's a Port Huron expert, because he's their play-by-play man. So the play-by-play broadcaster is down on the bench wearing the goaltender gear, and from what I understand, he's going to try and give broadcast of this game when he gets out onto the ice. As you can see right now, the ice surface is still empty because we are in the middle of a quote-unquote rain delay, a storm delay, if you will, with a 6:20 scheduled puck drop. So if we've gotten all that, your goaltenders for Port Huron tonight are Curl and Skiba. For the River Dragons, it will be Rutledge and Karpinski as normal. By the way, your Leaf Guard goaltending matchup, we'll see Jared Rutledge against Kelly Curl. Curl has not appeared in a game yet this season. Jared Rutledge, 6-12-1 record, .890 save percentage, 4.16 goals against average, and that one shutout he got last night in the 9-0 win, the first in River Dragons history, the first for Rutledge as a professional as well. We wanted to interview Rutledge before today's game, but because of the storm and all the hectic, crazy preparations here at the Civic Center, we couldn't catch up with him. And then obviously, we're only doing a 10-minute pregame show here, so never really got a chance to fit it in. We'll see if we can't talk with him on the way up to Port Huron. So now the horn goes for the 5 minutes left to go, and I can already see River Dragons president and general manager Scott Brand making his way up to the broadcast booth. So he'll be joining us to talk about what's going on here today. We are hoping to play a hockey game, as again, this is the last time that the River Dragons and Prowlers are set to meet up. We'll hear from him in just a little bit. We gave you the news and notes. And we'll take you around the FPHL in a little bit here. No other games have started. We were hoping to get this one started and underway. Obviously, it's 6:05. Not the case. 6:20 puck drops about 5 minutes away. But around the FPHL, with all other 10 teams in action, around the FPHL is brought to you by Candlewood Suites Northeast, the official hotel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. Menor Icebreakers and Carolina Thunderbirds have dropped the puck. So that's 6:05 puck drop there in Carolina. And the scoreless now between the Thunderbirds and the Icebreakers. 7:05 puck drop Danbury at Delaware. 7:30 Elmira at Watertown. 8:05 East, 7:05 Central, Battle Creek and Danville. And as we're working through here, can you read me that back? I'm sorry. Doing on-air meetings here, folks. Okay. So we have been told here on the air on YouTube, obviously, the YouTube Columbus River Dragons channel and CTV Beam. We've got Scott Brand up here with us now on the broadcast. Scott, this is a weird one, eh?
I had to fight like 4 mountain goats to get up here. Who the heck thought it was a smart idea to put a broadcast booth up this high?
Well, I tell you what, it's probably the nicest view in the Fed, that's for sure. But we are up pretty high. The rows, they go to Double D here. Would you
Can
mind?
I sit there?
Yeah, absolutely. Sit down,
I
please.
don't want to break any wires.
Yeah, the rows go all the way up to Double D up here, so that's 30, I think, by the letters of the alphabet and all that. It's pretty steep. It's a heck of a climb for sure.
Nothing wrong with Double D, going up that high. I'm just telling you, wow.
Oh, boy.
What'd you do to the game, Zach?
Well, you know what?
You couldn't get the tarp off?
Yeah, right. We're working on that for sure. And I tell you, Scott, we're in the middle of an abridged Burger King pregame show because our radio feed is down. We're trying to work through that, and we figured it was best to not be on the air and just try and join radio in not in progress if we could help it. But obviously, the storm outside not letting up, it's taken down internet probably along a whole bunch of places. Thankfully, it hasn't taken us down here in the Civic Center yet, which remember, we were an emergency shelter over the summer, so we're pretty equipped for stuff like this.
Well, we are, and of course, you said a bridge, and that's what you need to get here. But, we're fortunate tonight. Tonight was supposed to be first responders night. I think they might be a little bit busy.
Yeah,
but,
really.
But no, still people are coming in. Those of you maybe listening in Michigan or around the rest of the country, the world, or on the aircraft carrier Enterprise, we had a major storm come through there. We had some fatalities over in Alabama, about 100 miles away. Storm came through. Cell's pretty bad up in the north side of our county, which is on the furthest part away from us, and move on to Harris County. And we're thankful that all the tornado activity is out of our area. Right now, it's a little bit of light rain with some good old boomers outside. But as you mentioned, we happen to be in a storm shelter. Happens to be Hometown Heroes Night, so we've got a lot of police and fire and EMTs here. So you're probably in the right place if you have to be in a wrong place.
Yeah, we certainly knew how to pick our nights in that particular case. So
we got to get you an elevator.
yeah, right. I tell you, I would not mind it. But the calves and the thighs, we've been working on that up all of those steps. All right, so we see the teams in the tunnels. They're getting ready to get themselves onto the ice. Scott, no doubt you've heard about the goaltending situation for Port Huron. 3 goalies injured in 2 games. I think that's the worst goaltender luck I have ever seen. And I mean, it's just unheard of. And because of that, the Prowlers have had to call up Kelly Curl, who is a former Carolina Thunderbirds goaltender, now their current color commentator on the Thunderbirds broadcast network. And their backup is their Port Huron home broadcaster. He travels with them now. So the Port Huron broadcaster's the backup. The Carolina color commentator's the starter. It's just been a difficult trip for Port Huron, to say the least.
Well, the only thing to make this game better is if they force you to referee like you used to do. But no, listen, hey, Port Huron came in Thursday night, absolutely beat us. And hats off to them. They were short-staffed. Now, they weren't short-staffed with the goalie situation.
Not at that time.
Not at last time. And last night, they weren't clicking at all. We happened to be clicking pretty decent last night. So, and they've got some injuries. It's disappointing. Kelly Curl hasn't seen action all year, Zach. You're right. It's a unique situation. Then they got to call a knee bug. We had one just in case that they couldn't make one happen. We also had a young man, Torvison, I believe, former NHL player, who wouldn't have been here till game time. But things will move forward. Hopefully Kelly Curl has a good game tonight. Nobody wants to see a win based on the injury factors. Unfortunately, Port Huron's going to have a tough battle tonight, but they are, I'm going to give them credit, they are experts at the dump, chase, fly, where you don't need a lot of players.
If you were to pick a team to win a game, down 3-4 skaters on the bench, Port Huron would probably be at the top of the list. And remember, they're down another one. They started at 12. They picked up Jesse Cameron on Friday to go to 13, but now Matt Stoya is suspended pending review, so they're back down to 12.
Well, of course, Port Huron fans aren't going to like that. I don't necessarily like it. Zach, you being the homer, you like the fact he's suspended. No, I'm just kidding, fans. But, it's unfortunate. And there could have been a couple other suspensions, and the league let everybody go. But, yeah, he got frustrated. Stick with in the stands where there were people. And not only rule-wise, but probably a little bit of lawsuit-wise, you got to make sure that's a penalty. Kind of like we can't shoot the puck out of play anymore.
All right. The starting lineups are being announced here. We already got Port Huron's, and now here's Columbus's. Columbus will start in net number 1, Jared Rutledge, and on the Leaf Guard goaltending matchup, he goes against number 30, Kelly Curl. As we mentioned, Curl does not have any starts tonight, or any starts this season. Jared Rutledge, 6-12-1 with 1 shutout, .890 save percentage, 4.16 goals against. That shutout, that seemed to be huge for the team. They're probably going to build around that, and great for Rutsy's confidence.
Absolutely, it's great for his confidence, and I got to watch the last 3 minutes of that game, and boy, our defense didn't help him out. So Rutsy definitely earned that shutout last night, and congratulations to him. And, of course, as you said it, we're going against a goaltender that's never been beat this year, too.
That's a good way to look at it. Starting 5 for Port Huron on defense, number 13, Joe Pace, number 16, Brian Parsons. The forwards, the centers, Zachary Zilkanich wearing the number 72, Justin Portillo and Austin Federley are on the wings. Over for Columbus, their starting defense, number 5, Preston Kugler, number 15, Wyatt Trumbley, and the forwards, number 10, Ivan Bondarenko, number 12, Yanni Lirakos, and number 27, Tim Santopalo. Scott, your final thoughts before we have to pause it for the national anthem. But again, we don't have radio control right now, so we don't have breaks. We're going to verbalize legal IDs. This is old school radio, Scott. You got to love it.
It really is. I feel like I'm back on Strictly AM. So, but no, listen. This should be a key matchup. I think, obviously, the Prowlers are probably the underdogs here. They got to play that dump and chase and take their opportunities where they can. And the River Dragons need to come out. They need to place the body. They need to put heavy checks on, and they need to keep moving their feet.
By the way, kudos to Jeremy Skiba, suited up for Port Huron. I think he's going to try and go on air. I'd be very interested to swap stories with him at the end of this one to see how his night goes. Well, Scott, let's you and me pause for a little bit, but let's take a listen as we have got tonight's national anthem on Hometown Heroes Night, and it will be sung by Jake Wood, who comes to us from the House of Heroes. Let's pause and listen in.
Fans, please rise. The Columbus River Dragons ask that you take a moment of silence to remember those who are in harm's way, those who defend our country and our livelihood, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. The Columbus River Dragons thank you. Please remain standing and remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem being performed by Jake Wood from House of Heroes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A beautiful rendition of the national anthem from the House of Heroes' own Jake Wood. Thank you for that. Scott Brand with me on the broadcast. Scott, I'm very interested in your thoughts here because we haven't heard you too much on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. You stayed with us a little bit when we were in Port Huron, so you've seen the Prowlers. You've obviously seen the River Dragons. So even though we haven't heard from you much, you got some experience in this one. What are you excited to see?
Well, I mean, it's going to be good to see if we could build off just a tremendous game last night. You know, they let's be honest, we're the most inconsistent team I think in the Federal Hockey League. We've got to work on that. We got a lot of talent, but we don't always necessarily play like a team. So, like to see us come out tonight and make sure that we can get things done and put one on right away. You know, don't give Port Huron the opportunity to think that they can be in this game. So that's the first thing you got to do is make sure we strike first. And then so that's what I'm looking for. Plus, thankfully, I think this is the last time we got to see each other until the playoffs, right?
That's right. That's right. It is. This is the last game between these two teams in the regular season. And I tell you what, that's probably an extra incentive to get this game going despite the storm.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, it's I understand they got bad storms up in Chicago and
got bad storms in Michigan too.
In Michigan, so I want to say hello. I know Josh is listening in Michigan. I'm sure that they're listening in St. Louis, Michigan. They're listening in Port Huron, all around the great state. And of course, we're hometown Michiganders. So storm's bad. Stay inside and watch the game. And here's Zach with all the action, Zach.
Liarakos and Zilkanic drop the puck, and Aflac first period is underway from a very stormy Columbus, Georgia. Don't worry, nice and beautiful here in the arena. Dumped down right wing side off a deflection, nothing there. Kelly Curl will rim this one around for Port Huron. Found in the neutral zone by Kugler. He'll play it up for Wyatt Trumbley from the red line. Dumps it in and takes a check left wing side. Side of the net of Curl. It's collected by Pace. Rimmed around here, back out of the neutral zone. Trumbley has it in front of the Port Huron bench. He retreats for some space. Kugler back in his own end. A pass ahead at the red line. Liarakos tried to kick it. It's tied up in a scrum. Now San Paulo weakly enters in over the line. Austin Federley will tie up with him. And now it goes free for Brian Parsons. Parsons will dump that one in from the red. Rutledge stops it up there. He waits, and then he'll lay it off behind the net for Trumbley. 45 seconds gone here in the Aflac first period. No score. Trumbley near side circle, passing it across. Finding his man, that's Kugler. Now he'll lay it back, and Liarakos will wait now. Tripped up and a penalty coming up here to Port Huron. Matt Graham took a cheap one in the offensive zone for him.
Hayes not trying to get the puck either.
C.J. Hayes, near side circle, pass off his own man, but he's still with it. Now it's touched up here, and Hayes and a linesman run into each other. And we'll see the first Georgia power play of the night, Scott. 1:12 into the first. Matt Graham for tripping.
Yeah, and that's a good way to start. And, let's see what we can do last night. The power play's gotten a lot better since the beginning of the season, when it seems like we scored more sure-handed than we did on the power play.
2 for 6 last night on the man advantage, 13.7. Good for 9th in the FPHL. That number's been going up, though. It was down as low as 12 at one point, 12 even. 85.3% on the kill for Port Huron. That's good for 3rd in the FPHL. Face-off coming to the left of Curl. Moskal, wearing the number 9 tonight for a promotion, takes the draw. Port Huron will win it, though. Dump it the length of the ice. Dalton J, one-on-one, going against the man. Shot save made. Nippered the rebound, skied it high over the bar. Howie will slow it up, wait it there, and a handoff. Here comes Moskal moving this one, 3-on-3, left wing side. He looks, now goes behind the net to the right wing corner. Moskal to the right point for Howie. High slot, looks, fires, glove save, Kelly Curl. And there's now his second save of the game. Didn't know if he took a shot. He did. Kelly Curl looking all right, moving pretty actively in the crease for a guy who hasn't seen any action yet this year.
Yeah, no question about it. And, you see those special jerseys that the River Dragons are wearing tonight. They'll be auctioned off after the game, and money will be donated to the Children's Miracle Network. So even if you're not here in person, you can still bid online.
That's right, the Live Source app, LiveSource. Live Source, chance to win the jersey off the back of your favorite player tonight. River Dragons in those teal specialties with the Columbus River walk along the belt. Left point Trumbley, center point Howie. 1:20 left to go in the Georgia power play. Moskal for Howie, back to Moskal, he wanted it. Right circle, what a pass across. Trumbley to Howie, now back for Moskal. It's a good triangle passing, but nothing coming out of it. High slot, Hayes whiffed on it, now lays it off, right point to Moskal. He tries to move this one into the zone a little bit. At the dot, pass across, good poke and an active stick by Brian Parsons. Oh, couldn't be held in by Jake Howie. At the left point, couldn't get it. Moskal's so mad he throws his stick into the air, but catches it. I don't know, maybe he was a drum major in college. Or
I don't know. You definitely don't want to be throwing sticks, particularly in this building.
Not after last night.
After last night. Put you in the sin bin.
59 seconds left to go in the Graham minor. No score. River Dragons and Prowlers. By the way, that was Kelly Curl's first shot. I guess they adjusted the shots there. They put him up on the wrong side. Whoa, look out. That one was weird. Dalton Shea found it. At the high slot, Kelly Curl clearly not used to the building, as that one nearly cost him. Portillo, left wing corner, goes behind the net. Chopped at by Clausen. He's still with it there trying to kill it off. And now he'll lose the puck. Coming in with it, full head of steam over the center. Shapitson fires. Score! That didn't take long. Alex Shapitson back in the lineup and into the score column. 17:22 to go in the first, 1-0.
Yeah, Shapinskin, I didn't even know he was here. Somebody pointed out we got a new player. I'm like, oh, you mean we got a recall? And I didn't know anything about that. But first shot of the game, it goes in, so good for him. He's going to be welcome back here in the Chattahoochee Valley.
Alex Shapitson, the Minsk, Belarus native, was up in Birmingham for about a month and a half. He had to race the storm here from Birmingham to Columbus. That's about a 3-hour drive. Got here in time for warm-ups, and now he's got the game's first goal, 17:22 mark. Scott, let's see if we can't hear it from PA announcer Jonathan Bam Rivers.
River Dragons goal scored by number 2, Alex Shapitson, and assisted by number 24, Vaughn Clauston. That is a power play goal.
Vaughn Clauston picks up the only assist, and interference coming up here against the River Dragons. So, just like that, we're now in the Houston Clinic penalty kill.
Yeah, late hit, penalty at the bench, and you got to know the officials, and probably justifiably so, are going to be looking for anything to keep the game close. You don't want to get a blowout going, but it was a penalty. You can't take those penalties, particularly against Port Huron.
And Shapitson in the box now after scoring the goal. 2 minutes for interference, 17:14 to go in the first. Houston Clinic penalty kill. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Left corner Graham, now to the left point Nippert, a shot. That one blocked there, goes to the side of the net, collected by Pace in the corner. Pace to Graham, right wing corner. On the backhand, he'll lay it behind the net for Jay. Jay pushes it back, Graham finds it. Jay and them play and catch. Now they'll trade positions. Graham has it behind the net, watched by Kugler. Coming to the far side circle, shot by Pace, deflected and goes high over the bar. Pace has it, a shot. That one blocked in front as Kugler's going to send this one down 200 feet.
Kugler. You make the simple play. That's the one thing that the Dragons sometimes have failed to do, thus with 7 wins this far. But they are getting a lot better at it.
10 wins, only 7 in regulation.
Oh.
Under the zone, left wing side, it's Nippert, 2-on-3 as he hits the line, trying to pass across to Jay. It was behind him. Howie found it and dumped it at the length of the ice. 16-10 to go in the first, 55 left to go in the Shapitzen Minor. Houston Clinic penalty kill on for the first time tonight. River Dragons 4th best in the FPHL at 83.2%. Port Huron, because of their woes last night, 0 for 7 on the man advantage, dropped to 2nd, 24.7% efficiency. Left circle, David Nippert fires on a glove save made by Rutledge. He's looking hot as ever after he made that 35-save shutout last night. Good glove save there. It's still 1-0.
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves. Port Huron's going to get a lot of scoring opportunities. We tend to give those up, and they tend to find the open man. You know, the one thing I do like about Port Huron is they spread the ice wide open, and that's been a forte of their team ever since I can remember them being in the league, particularly on some of the bigger ice surfaces. I don't know if McMorrin is quite the same size as everybody else. It might be a shade smaller, it being an old IHL building, place where I used to watch the Muskegon Mohawks.
This one dumped down the length of the ice, and it'll be found here by Port Huron behind their own net. 20 seconds left to go in the Shapitzen Minor. Here's Pfeiffer, left wing side and over the line. Pfeiffer being watched by Howie. He'll take it behind. Pfeiffer moves it up the half wall, far side to Parsons. Give and go. Pfeiffer still with it, right point. Cuts, holds it into the zone. Pass to the circle. Howie off the boards, dumps it the length. And Shapitzen stands up the box with 4 seconds left to go. And that'll be 1-for-1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight for the Dragons.
So a nice job of the Dragons killing off the first penalty of the game.
Federley, left circle, cuts, shot. Save made. Rutledge holding on to his post. And he covers up the rebound. 15:03 left to go here in the Aflac first period. 1-0 River Dragons thanks to Alice Shapitzen's 2nd in the FPHL this season.
You know, and right there we saw one of the things the Dragons don't, defensemen got to keep doing is they got to keep moving their feet. You know, you can't stand there and let the guy go around you, move your feet, take the guy wide. And Rutledge with a nice save.
Lirakos wins this draw. Trumley has it behind the net. Ahead for Lirakos. He tries to push it up, left wing side. Bondarenko will tip it into the zone. The wall, left point, Trumley a chance, that one loose in front, backhand, save made, curl, rebound, they score, Nick Wright, baby, 14:45 to go in the first, 2-0.
Well, that'll send shockwaves around the world, apparently. Nick Wright with a goal. Nick not exactly known as a piano player and a goal scorer. Shows right there that maybe he's got a little bit of Beethoven in him.
Unbelievable. Nick, you know what? I got to look this up because Nick Wright, he's a veteran in this league, but he's acquired quite a few penalty minutes. I think he's actually under 100 Fed games. I'm willing to bet I could count on one hand the number of goals he's scored, and he's got to be fired up on the bench. Oh, my. Here's Bam.
He's on! River Dragons goal scored by number 4, Nick Wright, assisted by number 15, Ryan Trumley, and number 10, Ivan Bondarenko at the 5:15 mark.
Trumley and Bondarenko with the assist on Nick Wright's goal. It's icing against Port Huron. 14:26 to go in the first. Scott, I had a lot of different ways this game would start. I don't think any of them included a Nick Wright goal.
Well, no, and you know, here's the thing: it was a rebound. So you know, those of you who want to jump on Kelly Curl, he had the original save, and it was a rebound. And you know, that's the one thing Port Huron's got to do tonight is Kelly is going to give up a lot of rebounds. They got to clear it. Go ahead, take the icing. At least you get a stoppage. It's better than a goal.
This one flipped by Joe Pace from the red line, and now Shapitzen clears the danger. Pace has it back again at the red line. Couldn't be stick down by Columbus. In the zone, Clouston moves it ahead. Moskal trying to drop it back, just out of the reach of Hayes. Lifted a stick though, and he's in on sides. Dimmitt fires. Glove save made there by Curl. Rebound goes behind the net. Strack with this one. Moskal going to push him from behind. The penalty coming up here to Columbus. Curl races off to the bench, but it's touched from behind, and Parker Moskal will sit. 2 minutes for boarding. 13:53 left to go here in the first. River Dragons up 2-0, but now they're on the Houston Clinic penalty kill for the second time tonight.
Yeah, Parker wants to argue that. You really can. I mean, you know what? He didn't get him directly from behind, but he still got him in an awkward position along the boards. And with the new math nowadays, that's a penalty. So Port Huron an opportunity to go on the PP.
Unreal. We just got confirmation, and we can see it from down there. You see it's got the backup netminder, Jeremy Skiba. He's going full on with the broadcast tonight. Good for him. You know what? Out of an admittedly weird night and a tough situation with the storm, it's good to have some fun here in the Civic Center. High slot here, Parsons, left circle, Nipper. Houston Clinic penalty kill on. Here is Parker Moskal, sits 2 minutes for boarding. Nipper to shot and a blocker save made there by Rutledge. Trying to move this one up the wall. Dalton Jay tied up there with Howie. Nipper takes a check from Follis. Jay cuts to the middle, scores.
Yep, that's what I told you. They're a very opportunistic team, and they're going to put the puck in that. So for those of you who think that this is going to be a cakewalk, by no means is it going to be anything but meat and potatoes. There ain't no cake here tonight.
You got to be honest, too, Scott. After being shelled 9-0, you know this Port Huron team is motivated to just put up something on the board, and they do so here about 6.5 minutes into the game.
You know what? I think if I'm as frustrated as we are as Columbus River Dragons fans, I think Port Huron fans probably get frustrated a little bit too, just because their team's got I don't know if it's talent or just a heck of a team together, but they do a nice job of staying in games.
13:25 to go here in the first. 2-1 our score. Dalton Jay from Justin Portillo and David Nippard will get the assists. And it's 2-1, Dragons lead. Nippard to the middle. Jay fires. That one just went wide of the blocker hand. Very quickly, we were almost tied. River Dragons trying to push this one out. They do. Back into the Port Huron end. It's Federley. Now for Nippard at his own blue line. Going to Graham, left wing side. Graham 2-on-3 as he hits the line. Passing it over, right wing side into the feet of Nippard, and Follis will find a loose one there. Follis trying to get it out in the feet of Graham. He holds in right point. Down to Jay, chips it into the corner. Now behind the net for Nippard. Nippard taking some abuse from Kugler. Behind the net, Nippard tried to spin away, but he lost the puck. Trumbley feeds this one to MJ Graham, right wing side. Graham, full head of steam at the circle, passing to the middle, and Federley got in front of Follis there on that route. Graham still with it, right wing corner, spins back around, pass behind Chase Follis, trying to wrap it around Curl, and a save made there by the Port Huron netminder. Trumbley just holds that in left point. Now it bounced off a body. Here's Graham going to go 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Pfeiffer back for Graham to Pfeiffer, and he whiffed on it there. Loose in the slot. Portillo turns around. They score.
Absolutely outworked them. Absolutely outworked them. And that's, I think we went in this game looking for points and just got to be disappointed the way that breakdown there. They had 3 or 4 opportunities, the Dragons did, to get the puck out. They're overskating it. They're already thinking about making the big play, and next thing you know, winds up in the back of your net. There better be some adjustments coming pretty quick. Otherwise, we're going to be probably talked about as the biggest upset in the league this year.
I got to tell you, Scott, I had the feeling this is going to get a little backyard hockey-like. 2-2, less than 8 minutes in. I think we're seeing that full stop. Here's Santa Paula, right circle, a shot blocked by Pace. Santa Paula the rebound, rolls up the side of the net, loose there, and then falls to the ice. Pace trying to tie up with Bondarenko. Pace will win this, rim it around. Shapitsin puts a check on a Portillo. He holds it in left point. This one, near side circle, and it'll be thrown around. Strack got it out, but it's sent back in by Columbus. Pace rimming it there. Oh, what a beautiful geometry pass for Silkanich, and a great play by Shapitsin hustling back. And he's able to knock that one off. Silkanich wanted a slash, none coming. Here's Bondarenko, right wing circle. Couldn't get around Pace. He bodied him up there nicely. Bondarenko, high slot, Santa Paulo. Save made, Curl. And look how far atop his crease Kelly Curl was. That's an aggressive netminder, and that's the kind of style you get from Kelly Curl.
Well, as I said, nobody. Kelly Curl isn't some senior goaltender. He's a kid with experience that helped out 2 years with the Carolina Thunderbirds and helped win in the Cup with them last year. And so, I wouldn't be surprised when he makes the big saves. It's just going to be conditioning-wise, what's he going to look like in the third period with all that weight. And this building is hot tonight because of the humidity with that storm.
Gregorich, left wing side, dumps this one in. He puts a counter check onto Lenardson. Howie trying to rim this one around. Gregorich to the middle. Score.
There you go. 3-0, 3-2.
Port Huron, 3 straight goals. All of a sudden, they've got the lead. And the backyard hockey game continues, Scott. Who's going to hit 10 first at this rate?
Well, we haven't laid a body out all night, so and I don't mean to sound bitter about our River Dragons, but this is what's frustrating. You saw last night a team that totally dominated that hockey game from start to finish. Tonight they came out, took a 2-goal lead. They already popped the champagne, figured they'd go home, and Port Huron's not that type of team. They don't quit. And they don't usually get frustrated either.
2 goals, 56 seconds apart, and all 3 of their goals have come in the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Columbus zone. Port Huron knocked it off their stick. Flipping it right wing side, Graham. Too far for Cameron. Howie going to move this one to Dimmitt. He pushes it ahead for Hayes. Left wing circle. He's into the zone. Hayes trying to cut. Back pass for Dimmitt. Backhand and a block there by Graham in front. Here's Cameron. He'll skate this one to center. Gain the red. Dump it in. It'll go into the left wing corner. Collected here by Lennartson. He'll stop it behind the net and get the handoff going as Moskal will move this one up ice. Moskal ahead for Dimmitt. Left wing easing over the line. Good touch pass. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes tried to cut. Now takes it behind the net. Up to the right point. Jake Howie looks for space. Cutting down the block. Cutting down the shooting lane was Nipper. Now to the right wing corner. Parsons is going to get in front of Dimmitt. He'll spin away from a check. Pass it up to Nippert. Move it into the neutral zone. So Kanich, stretch pass ahead. Dalton J gets around a man. Save made Rutledge. And he'll hold on to the rebound. 10:23 to go in the Aflac first period. 3-2 Prowlers. Columbus got the first two through Shapitzen and Wright. And then Port Huron with Jay, Pfeiffer, and Gregorich.
I got to think about heading out at the media timeout. I got to make it down to my office by the second intermission. I think I got three transfers to take.
Yeah, you got a long way to go, that's for sure.
And this goat keeps looking at me over here.
Trumbley from behind the net. MJ Graham, he'll flip this one cross ice. Passes behind Troop. Icing here against Columbus. 10-12 to go in the first. 3-2 Prowlers.
Now, as bitters as I sound about the River Dragons, we are usually an awful first period. We like to spot the other team a lead. We've done that. We've gotten that out of the way now. Now we can make this tremendous comeback. You know what? These guys look like they watch pro wrestling. You know, when Andre beats up Hogan the whole match, and all of a sudden, the last 5 minutes, Hogan turns it on and goes. Just maybe save ourselves some little time here.
Yeah, I guess that's a way to look at it for sure. This one held in by Port Huron at the left point. Follis in a battle in the left wing corner. He'll get it around Graham. Trumbley will pick it out of feet. He'll move it up ice, flipping it skyward. Follis trying to race onto it right wing side. Couldn't poke it around a man, holding it at the penalty box as it's Strack. Takes a counter check from Troops. He dumps it in from the red. Kugler flips this one back out. The Port Huron line settled by Pace. 9:48 to go here in the Aflac first period. 3-2 Prowlers lead. It's been an absolutely wild one. A late start, a whole bunch of goals, some backup netminders. You name it, seems like we got it. Krupp stops it up for MJ Graham. Right wing circle. Graham trying to go high slot, nothing there. Learakos wanted the puck back door as he was driving the net. Now here comes Matt Graham trying to move it around Clausen. He does. Pass to the middle, knocked down by Shapitzen. Good hook move there by Learakos. Chipped it to himself. Off the wall to San Apollo. 2-on-1 with Learakos. San Apollo across. Learakos, what a save, Kelly Curl. Top of the left wing circle, Bondarenko. He'll move it to San Apollo. Poked off his stick by Federley. Chopped that there. It'll head up and into the Port Huron bench, but it remains in the glassed area. No icing. Quickly, Scott, before the media timeout, what a save by Curl.
Well, as I said, he's a good goaltender. I mean, I think everybody said, well, he's been sitting on the shelf. It's just going to be maintained how long he can maintain his mental capacity and physically. Listen, goalie Garrett worries a lot. First of all, they're very weird people. They're like your little sister. You can pick on them, but the second somebody else touches them, people lose their mind. You know, but it's a weird position. You know, you got pucks coming at you 100 miles an hour. You're wearing equipment that starts off lightweight, then gets wet with all the sweat and disgusting, and they scare me sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
But he's a good goalie.
All right, you heading out, Scott?
Yeah, I am.
Got to make the trek down the mountain.
It was always a pleasure listening to me. Hopefully, we'll get back on the radio, but we enjoyed having you on our YouTube channel and over there in Alabama on Beam TV.
Absolutely, CTV Beam. All right, take the Sherpa on the way down, Scott. Thanks so much to Scott Brand, the president and general manager of the Columbus River Dragons, for joining us in on the broadcast. Just sort of coming in to help kill time during the pregame, and then wanted to roll it through all the way to the first period, but he's got to make his way down to his office and do some other game day duties for himself. We're out of the media timeout. Face-off coming to the right of Kelly Curl. Learakos going to go against Zolkanich. 3-2, Prowlers lead. 9:08 left to go here in the first. Learakos tying up, and running through with that one is Dalton J. Now to the left wing side, it's Nipper. Nipper to the middle, J backhand, and he had Rutledge down, but he couldn't reach to that puck. Parsons holds in right point. Now back to Nipper, center point. Dalton J has a right wing corner to the middle. Shapitzen read it and took it away from a danger area. Up the far boards, Learakos trying to turn it and get around a man. Parsons rubbing shoulders with him. Learakos gets through him, fights through a hold. Left wing corner, he spins it back. Learakos, far side circle to Lennartson. He holds it in right point. Lenartson fires a shot. Kelly Curl the save. Santa Paula the rebound behind the net. One timer Liarakos. That one blocked. Looked like inadvertently by Bondarenko, and he's struggling as he heads to the bench. Here's Nippard, right wing side. In over the line, 2-on-2 with Jay. Now dropping it back. Zolkanic trying to play it back for Nippard behind the net. It goes through his legs, and Liarakos will collect near side boards. Flipping out to center. 8:15 to go here in the Aflac first period. 3-2 Prowlers. 10-10. Shots on goal in this one. Howie for Lenartson. Now here for Hayes. Hayes gets around Gregorich, and now he moves into the zone. 3-on-4 left wing side with some speed. Pass to the middle. That one was too far in front of Dimmitt. Couldn't be settled down there by Moskal. Gregorich has it inside his own zone. Now he spins it back. Joe Pace Jr. moving this one up the wall. Knocked down by Moskal, but Gregorich going to find a loose puck. Cameron the shot. Save made Rutledge. Rebound, he jumped on it just before. Looks like that was Matt Graham. Could come in for a loose one to try and poke in. 7:41 left to go here in the Aflac first period. 3-2 Prowlers. Goals from Jay, Pfeiffer, and Gregorich. That's the last three scored in this game as well. River Dragons went up on a 2-0 lead less than 5 minutes into the game. Graham wins the draw. Strack from the right point, a glove save made there by Rutledge. So, for those of you keeping score with us at home, Ales Shapitsin, the Minsk, Belarus native, his second of the season. And second of the FPHL season, I should say. Oh, and we got some rough stuff. Okay. Fallis and Pace jawing at each other. Graham and Graham are chest to chest. Fallis challenging Pace. Doesn't look like he wants any part of it. Well, we got all the goal scoring out of the way early. And now we've renewed how angry everyone is at each other. Now Pace going to go chest to chest with Fallis. Linesmen again have to separate the two. Crowd swelling in anticipation. I think they're both going to sit. So, Pace to the box, Fallis to the box. Crowd likes that Pace is in. They don't like that Fallis goes in. So they put those two both in. We're still tied up here. Trumbley and Matt Graham, Kugler and Gregorich. They got each other at an arm's distance, holding on to the jerseys. Nothing there. Now back at the top, it's Cameron and MJ Graham. And it's Jay Krupp. Everyone's just picking different dance partners here. He's getting really wild. Looks like it'll be 4-on-4s. Fallis and Pace both sit for 2 minutes. So, quickly if we can, Shapitsin, his second of the FPHL season, the 2:38 mark. 5:15 mark then, it was Nick Wright, his first of the season, and probably first in a while. We'll double check that at the break. Then, a minute 13 seconds later, Port Huron win a goal-scoring binge of their own. Dalton Jay, 6:28 mark, his 13th of the year. Then Jarrett Pfeiffer, his third of the year, 7:42. 8:38 mark, Alexander Gregorich, the Berkeley, Michigan native, his second of the season, is currently the difference as it's 3-2. 4-on-4 here for 1 minute and 50 as we're underway here at the Civic Center. Moskal, right wing circle, a shot, shoulder save made there by Curl. Moskal trying to put it to the middle, it ramped up off of him, and now taking it behind the net, Parsons. Parsons will slow this one up. 7:10 to go in the first, just over 90 seconds remaining in 4-on-4 time. A pass over to the left wing side to Matt Graham. He'll move this one up into the zone. Left wing side, he passes it to Jay, left circle. A shot deflected by Kugler and sticked away by Rutledge. Trumbley in the corner, rims this one around. Moskal, he's going to give chase. C.J. Hayes watching over him. He'll drop it back for support. C.J. Hayes calmly skates this one up. Now he turns on the Jets. Moving this one through middle ice. To the right wing side to Moskal. Off the wall for Kugler. Back to the glass. Moskal tried to one-touch chip it into the slot. C.J. Hayes wasn't ready for it there. Nippard has it, far circle in his own end. 6.5 left to go here in the first. 3-2 Port Huron, and under a minute to go in this 4-on-4. Parsons in over the line, right wing circle, cuts along the goal line, across the crease, red on the backhand there by Zolkanic. He couldn't put it on net. Shot from the right point by Federley, sticked away by Rutledge. Kugler in a battle. Now MJ Graham. Gonna go away from him. Moskal gets around a man. He's 2-on-1 with MJ. MJ, right wing circle, going, score! Short side by Kelly Curl. Tie game, 4-on-4 goal. It's 3-3. MJ Graham continuing his hot run of form as he now has goals in 3 straight games. And he's tied this one up at 3-3. 6:07 to go in the first. We are still even strength 4-on-4 as it stands right now with 30 seconds left to go in Follis and Pace's matching minors. The ice issue over by the Columbus bench. As Scott said, it is quite warm in the building given the storm. And it looks like they're going to have to bring some guys over to try and push some snow into that. I swear, folks, this game has had a little bit of everything. A delayed start because of the storm. Haven't had a fight yet, though we've had a lot of different hockey dancing, as it were, that created us 4-on-4 in this situation. Alice Shapitzin back in town for about 3 hours or so, scores a goal to open the game up. Then Nick Wright gets his first of the season, and while we've got some time, I guess we'll take a look at that, as Nick Wright has played in close to 100 games this in the FPHL. And checking that a little bit. We've got some news coming in, trying to see if we can get our radio feed back up, but I don't think we've gotten that alert just yet. So they are fixing some ice over in front of the Columbus bench, which again puts us in a bit of a delay. In the FPHL, Nick Wright is playing in his 99th game. He scored his 5th goal right there in this one. Last time he scored in the FPHL was 2016-17 with the Berlin River Drivers. He had 3 that season, along with 383 penalty minutes. Nick Wright knows his role in a team, but man, when he scores, that can really fire up the boys, that's for sure. So the goal song's been going for quite a while, because MJ Graham has tied up this game, past short side on Kelly Curl. And I tell you, it's just been nuts. The Kelly Curl situation with Jeremy Skiba emergency backing him up and broadcasting from the bench, who I would love to be able to have a feed in to be able to talk with him right now. It's got to be wild right there on the Port Huron bench, especially when they took that 3-2 lead at one point. They seem to have fixed the issue. They were going to bring a mop out, try and wet over some of the ice. I don't know if there's a crack or something going along the bench. As Scott mentioned, it's warm, it's humid in this building tonight because of the raging storm and possible tornado outside. That's why we were delayed. But it looks like they've gotten that fixed, and we should be good to go. Stay with us, folks. There's only 6:07 left to go here in the first. Still so much more time for things to get wild and nutty here at the Civic Center. The River Dragons play a very entertaining brand of hockey. Sometimes it goes a little bit out of their control, but so be it. The goal will be Graham from Moskal as we'll get back underway here 4-on-4 for 30 more seconds. Learakos for Howie back in his own end. Lenartson moves this one at the red line. Over for Learakos, left wing circle. Passing to the middle, Lenartson a tip, and he just sent it wide of the glove hand on Curl. Hustling back to the play. Learakos trying to get it to Santa Paulo. His stick tied up by Portillo. 8 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. Here's Pfeiffer trying to move this one into the zone. Howie took it off his stick, and then Howie with a good pinch move on the boards to get himself the puck. Out of the box comes Follis and Pace. We're back to 5-on-5. 5.5 left to go here in the Aflac first period. 3-3 our score. Howie leaving this one behind, and now here it'll go. Learakos tries to move this up the wall. Taken away by Pace near side of his own blue line. Lenartson for Santa Paulo. He gets the feet moving. One touch passes it. Learakos, right wing circle. Learakos to the middle. Follis waved at it, missed, and Pace was able to play it back to the near wall. Lenartson puts a check onto a man, so too does Follis. That was Pace taking both those hits, but he dumps it down into the Columbus end. Klauston has it near side circle. Chips it off the boards. Pace stops it up there. He waits, now plays it over to himself. He'll backhand flip that one into the zone. Right wing corner. It'll be found there by Klauston. Klauston stopped up. Ooh, looked like he got Graham up top with a high stick. That one missed. Nippert left wing circle to Graham. Down low across the crease, and Dalton Jay wasn't. Save made Rutledge. No rebound given up. 4:37 left to go in the first. 3-3 our score. And we still don't have access on the radio yet. So, we'll remind you, you are listening to 92.1 FM, 1420 AM, WRCG Columbus. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. It'll be Graham v. Follis. Matt Graham wins it. Right point, shot coming in. Blocker save made there by Rutledge. He denied Parsons from a ways away. Here's Nippert playing it down to the corner. Follis canceled out Graham. Shapitzin moves this one around and found by Krupp on the far side wall. Parsons holds it at the red line, pushes it back the other way. Port Huron collects. Nippert left wing circle, a shot, shoulder save Rutledge. Rebound bounced up there. Now it's loose to the side of the net, and Dalton Jay couldn't bury it. Great play by MJ Graham to take it away. Now MJ Graham moving this one up. Good pass between legs for Follis. Follis trying to go back for Krupp. Parsons knocked it back. Shapitzin a shot. That one blocked, and Port Huron in the neutral zone with it with Nippert. 2-on-1 if he hustles. Nippert playing it through. Dalton Jay, that pass too far in front of him. Jay Krupp flipping this one off the wall. Going to be held in right point by Parsons. Swing and a miss? No. MJ Graham flips this one to the red line. Dalton Jay plays it back into the Columbus end. 3:45 to go in the first. 3-3 our score. Jay Krupp moving that one through the neutral zone. Now he plays it right point to C.J. Hayes. Hayes to the middle. That one went through Moskel's stick. Gregorich going to get to it. And behind the net, this one will rim around. Wing circle. Now to the left wing side in the neutral zone. Gregorich with the puck. Gregorich dropping it back. Zulkanich firing a shot. That one went through the crease and wide. Past the glove hand of Rutledge. Pace from the red line. Tries to flip that one in. Dimmitt blocked it. Moskel moving this one through the neutral zone. Hayes kicks it into the zone, trying to fight through a hook. Pace will have this one near side circle. This one flipped out, left wing side. Zulkanich waved at it and missed. Finding a loose puck, Dimmitt lost it at the blue line. Pace knocks it out of the air. Low stick, say the officials. Cameron, good deke as he's into the zone. Hayes rubbing shoulders with him. He'll haul him down in a penalty coming up here against Columbus. Zulkanich, right wing corner to the right circle. Cameron, that'll be touched by a River Dragon. And Hayes will head to the box for holding. 2:46 to go here in the first, and the River Dragons will head to their third Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. They are 1 for 2 previous. The Dalton Jay goal, Port Huron's first of the night, or first goal of the night, I should say, makes the River Dragons 1 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Face off to the left of Rutledge. Nippert, Federley, left point, now back for Nippert. He dodges around Howie. Left wing corner, Dalton Jay run into there. Jake Howie finds a loose puck, and he'll dump that one down 200 feet. Lirakos is winning the race, but Kelly Curl has it at the side of his net. Curl pushing this one up for Nippert. Now at the hash mark, check that, at the red line, Dalton Jay had that kicked off of his feet, and he has to put it back into his own end for Federley. 2:20 to go here in the first. 3-3 our score. 90 seconds left to go in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. In front of the Port Huron bench. Cross ice pass. Federley into the zone, left wing side. Tying up the stick, Jake Howie, as he prevented an opportunity for Portillo. Dimmitt will send this one cross ice 200 feet. Kelly Curl will stop it up. Both teams will change a special teams unit. Under 2 to go here in the first. 3-3 our score. Joe Pace going to cautiously move this one up. Now Portillo, one-touch pass. Getting it over to the right wing side to Federley. He's in over the line. Federley dropping it back. Portillo just able to corral it. Now back for Federley in the corner. Up the wall. Joe Pace, right point. Backhand. That one knocked away there. Klauston will dump it down as that one goes into the right wing corner for Kelly Curl. 45 seconds left to go here in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. 90 seconds to go in the first period. Graham nearly had his stick lifted by Santa Paulo. Klauston plays it back into his own end, and Shapitzin will wait and dump it down the length of the ice. 30 seconds left in this Port Huron man advantage. Pace up ahead for Graham. Graham 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Now over for Pfeiffer. Good job by Moskel to block that pass. Federley left point. Missed well wide on the blocker hand of Rutledge. Pace, right wing circle. This one rimmed around. Graham from behind the net. Now to Pfeiffer. Go to Pace. Pace right circle. Firing a shot. That one missed wide of the glove hand. Springy backboards. And it'll be found by Santa Paulo. He flips this one up ahead. Shapitzin backhand. Breakaway here. Oh, through the legs. But a save made by Curl as Parker Moskel tried something fancy as he was running out of space. Pfeiffer, left wing circle. Blocked there by Santa Paulo. Out of the box comes C.J. Hayes. 2 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the River Dragons. This one falls to earth. C.J. Hayes pokes it into the zone, but standing up strong in his blue line is Parsons. Parsons, 3-on-2 back the other way. Zolkanic's shot, shoulder save. Rebound popped back onto Rutledge's chest. Loose there, and a hand pass called against Port Huron. Zolkanic tried to play it off to Parsons. He gloved it. Referee caught it. Hand pass, and the faceoff will come out of the zone for Port Huron. 18.6 left to go here in the first. 3-3 our score. 19-13 Prowlers. Shots on goal. And if you'd have told me one team has 19 shots on goal pretty much through one period, I would have thought it was Columbus, especially going against a color commentator of a netminder this year in Kelly Curl and a play-by-play man as an emergency backup. Again, just part of the weird circumstances here we're playing under at the Civic Center. Columbus wins the draw, 10 seconds left to go in the first, tipped into the zone by Moskal. Pace will have this near side boards. He'll rim it around into the far corner. Parsons has it, and he'll let the time expire. That'll do it for 20 minutes of play. Wow. 6 goals, 3 apiece. They came fast and furious. Shapitzin, Wright, and Graham for Columbus. Jay, Pfeiffer, and Gregorich for Port Huron. Let's take a break. Let's get our thoughts in order, as it's been a wild one, and we still got 2 more periods to play. The WLTZ First Intermission Report is next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have spots yet, do we? Oh, boy. Well, the night gets even weirder, huh? Okay. Well, I tell you what. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're still on the air, and we almost took a break that we literally could not control. But we do have a little bit of a break because we've got your local weather, and that's probably very important right now given the storm. In fact, if you're listening to us on the radio, there's a good chance we've been cut in and out of because of the EAS tones, which are trying to give you the most up-to-date information about the storm. So, with that in mind, let's take a listen into Miller Robson's forecast for the broadcast network on this Saturday afternoon, or Saturday evening, I guess now. Here's Miller Robson. We'll be right back. Here he is.
With a look at your forecast. Severe weather remains possible this evening. The main concerns will be damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour and isolated tornadoes. These winds capable of knocking down trees and power lines. Periods of heavy downpours are also anticipated. Warm front first part of next week. Night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, looking at highs in the upper 60s to low to mid 70s with overnight lows in the 50s and mainly in the 60s. From WLTZ First Weather, I'm Chief Meteorologist Miller Robson for the Columbus River Dragons radio broadcast.
We'll keep that handy for you folks as, again, storms continue to run through the area. Miller Robson might have recorded that a little bit later on, but it is as much up to date as we can give you here. And, of course, EAS tones will come on to the broadcast on the radio side of things, so you'll be able to hear that and let you know what things are doing there. So we're tied 3-3 through 20 minutes of play. The WLTZ First Intermission Report rolls on with no commercials. We're going to do our best here with that. We got a goal early in this one from Alicia Pitson. The call down, if you will, as he was sent away from Birmingham, came back to Columbus. Power play goal for Shapitzin, assisted by Clouston, his second of the FPHL season, made it 1-0. Then Nick Wright, 5:15 into the first period, got his 5th career goal in the FPHL. As this, he's playing an FPHL game 99. So we've definitely seen a unicorn of some sort here tonight. Wright's goal came assisted from Trumbley and Bondarenko. Then Port Huron went on a tear. 2 minutes and 10 second span, they scored 3 goals. First was Dalton Jay on the power play with an assist to Justin Portillo and number 28, that would be David Nipper. Then a goal coming in from Jarrett Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer scored at the 7:42 mark, so that was 2 goals, a minute and 12 seconds apart. Pfeiffer assisted by Portillo, and then Alexander Gregorich, he got a goal unassisted at the 8:38 mark. So 3 goals, 2 minutes and 10 seconds apart. And those latter 2 goals were 56 seconds apart by my math. Then Columbus would tie it back up. 4-on-4 here. MJ Graham got a beauty of a feed from Parker Moskal, went 2-on-1. Graham thought about passing, saw the short side open on Kelly Curl. He shot and scored. It was 3-3, and that's how we ended 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal brought to you by Swamp Fox Distilling Company. 19 for Port Huron, 13 for Columbus. Right down on the ice, you might be able to see this on the YouTube stream. It is Hometown Heroes Night, brought to you by Atlanta Postal Credit Union, WTVM. And it's interesting because, you know, your hometown heroes, your police, your fire, your EMTs, and of course down there they're honoring the everyday citizens that have done extraordinary things. The past 9 months of winners are being honored here at the River Dragons game through that APCU Hometown Heroes. So with that in mind, it's kind of interesting. It's Hometown Heroes Night, and yet many of our hometown heroes, police, fire, EMT, and all that, they're out in the field of work right now with this storm that is going on, and we have heard is lightening up a little bit, at least from what we can tell, because rain is no longer pelting the roof. It is just lightly sprinkling on it. At least that's what we can tell from up here. We don't have a meteorology degree. We can just kind of hear the sounds here in the building. So we hope it's getting better out there. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Just stay safe wherever you are. If you're here in the Civic Center, obviously, we're an emergency shelter. We were in the summer. We haven't been called upon by the city or state just yet, but we have the capabilities of sheltering. We're a pretty safe building, so if you're here, hunker down, enjoy the hockey game. If you're in your home, make sure you stay safe and avoid windows if a tornado does touch down. Down on the ice, Jason Dennis is leading us through a presentation with the Hometown Heroes. Let's see if we can listen into him a little bit.
Commemorative jersey the River Dragons are wearing. Come over here and see what Stacy's showing up right here. You can win one of these River Dragons jerseys. You have about an hour left, and you can take one of those home tonight right off the players' backs. All you have to do is download the Live Source app. Again, that's the Live Source app, and bid on a jersey you would like to win. I think some of those are a pretty good price right now, so make sure to go on that. You have until 8 o'clock, less than an hour, to win one of those jerseys. And all the proceeds, get this is even the best part, from the jersey auction this evening will benefit the local Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So a great cause. Your donation to helping local children in the Chattahoochee Valley, helping kids like Addie Jackson, who's here with us tonight. She's been treated at the Children's Hospital at Piedmont Columbus Regional. Addie, give her a big wave right here. Addie's here with us tonight. She's going to be riding the Zamboni soon, so I'm jealous of that. Addie, when she was 6 years old, she became very ill with something called mitochondrial disease. And for Addie and her energy production, she would crash oftentimes during the day, a lot of energy crashes. But very dangerous when she got sick, even with a common cold. And she would be spending a week at a time at the Children's Hospital at Piedmont Columbus Regional. And that's your local Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So all the money from those jerseys tonight going right here at home to help kids like Addie. She was diagnosed also with a rare condition called KBG syndrome, a genetic disease as a result of a mutation in one of Addie's genes. Addie, again, is with us tonight. Give her and Children's Miracle Network a big round of applause. And tonight, as you heard and saw when you walked in, this is Hometown Heroes Night. We're celebrating our hometown heroes, and that's who is with us here on the ice tonight. The 2019 APCU Hometown Hero Award winners. I want to introduce our special guests. Those that are dressed alike right here are the Beauregard Volunteer Fire Department, known for their heroic efforts to help their community during the tornado outbreak last March. Give them a big round of applause. We have Ben Harmon, Michael Holden, Ashley Pulsifer, and Brooke Rubio. Thank you so much for everything that you did. Also, Coach Rick Carrillo from the Haygood Boxing Gym, dedicating his life to helping kids get off the streets and not live a violent life. Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate that. He's been coaching them, the boxers, for about 20 years now, doing a great job. And not be able to be with us here tonight is retired Sergeant First Class Dr. Reverend Gene Keel, the founder of the Tender Love and Care Veterans Outreach Program, not able to make it with us tonight. Next up, Malia Boots McGregor. She says she's known as Boots. She owns and operates Last Chance Rescue to save homeless pets and provide vet care to those who cannot afford it. In fact, she said she was working with one dog for 9 months, and then when after her segment aired on WTVM, they were able to adopt that dog out. So congratulations, it's awesome. Also with us tonight, he's a little taller than I
Zamboni isn't even on the ice, as you can tell from the YouTube stream because of what's been going on with the longer presentation. Now, we did tell you about the scoring summary. Columbus got the first two. It was Chapitzin, and it was Wright. And then in Port Huron, they got 3 in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The season. With that in mind, how about we take a look around the FPHL? Brought to you by Candlewood Suites Northeast, the official hotel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. Considering we're well past 7 o'clock right now, we should have most of these games starting up. Obviously, it's 3-3 here between Port Huron and Columbus. Over at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, the Icebreakers and Thunderbirds are scoreless. 5 minutes into the second, Jacob Mullen is playing for the Thunderbirds in his first game in a Carolina uniform. Austin Rudebush, the goalie for Metter, the workhorse that he's been. 19-8 shots on goal in favor of Carolina. The Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Delaware Thunder are scoreless, but they just dropped that puck. 3:21 into the first. Aaron Taylor, Thomas McGuckin, the goaltenders in that one. We're not the only game with something weird happening. It's the scheduled 7:30 puck drop in Watertown. They already know they're not going to get that game started at 7:30 because, and this is according to the fine folks at Bus League Hockey, we tip our hats to them. They let us know some things every now and again when we're on the air. In Watertown, their cooling system is malfunctioning. Their ice is not freezing properly, so they're in a delay. We got the game underway. We have had some ice issues in this one because, again, it's so humid and warm in the building due to the storm. We're hoping we can get these second and third period underway. If we have to go to overtime, because, again, it stands right now at 3-3, so be it. But we're just hoping to get this game over and done because, again, this is the last time Columbus and Port Huron play each other in this regular season. And then last game of the night is Battle Creek at Danville, and that is a 8:05 East, 7:05 Central puck drop. That's around the FPHL. Brought to you by Candlewood Suites Northeast, the official hotel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. We're going to take a look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. And the Southern Hockey scoreboard, we see in the SPHL, all 10 teams in action. We started up. Oh, we're looking at the games from yesterday. I apologize for that, folks. We have hit pregame, Fayetteville at Macon. And then the other games start up at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. A lot of games in the Central time zone. Roanoke at Birmingham, 8 East, 7 Central. Knoxville at Huntsville, same time. Evansville at Pensacola, 8:05 East, 7:05 Central. Peoria at Quad City was canceled tonight. And it's an interesting terminology, canceled versus postponed. Peoria and Quad City are not that far away. They could easily make up that game on a weekday if they wanted to, if the schedule allowed it. So even though the game is canceled tonight, I have to believe it'll probably be rescheduled for a later date. Again, no word that way. All we know is, again, the game was not on tonight. Quad City. We have the ECHL. something on the board with our wireless communication. So apologies for this. We'll be off the air for about a minute or so. Bear with us. I guess that's as good of any sort of break that we're going to get as we quickly fixed our wireless communication issue. And it looks like we are back. Got about 5 minutes left on the clock, if you will, on the intermission, but Zamboni still has at least 3 or 4 more passes. So it'll be a little bit of a delay to start the Liberty Utilities second period. To be honest, you kind of come to expect that after the night we've had tonight. The Liberty Utilities second period, we look ahead to it. It's 3-3. And the River Dragons, they got off to a very hot start. Probably thought they would just roll over Port Huron with less bodies and 2 goaltenders who have not seen action all season long. In the case of Skiba, he's a play-by-play man. He's doing the broadcast from the bench. I'm sure he's having a great time. It's probably a wild time for him on the bench there. But I think Columbus probably took Port Huron a little easy, scored 2 goals, thought, all right, we're rolling, and then Port Huron punched him in the mouth. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Dalton Jay on the power play, then Jared Pfeiffer, and then Alex Gregorich. Before you knew it, Port Huron, short bench, backup goalies and all, we're up 3-2. And a 2-on-1 rush late in the period, and MJ Graham tied the game up with his 14th of the season. So we sit 3-3. It's just straight up backyard hockey out here, folks. We had a delayed start to the game. We're having ice issues because of the humidity and the heat in the building because of the storm. I can actually see a couple of things in the catwalk area, not over the ice, thankfully, but a couple of things where you can just definitely tell the storm is raging for sure. And it's just wild in here. It's absolutely wild. We're glad you're along for the ride. Any way you're listening, we believe we are on the air at 92.1 FM, 1420 AM, WRCG, that we do not have full control back at the radio station, which is, again, why we're on air pretty much consistently. This is like a telethon at this point because we don't have commercials yet. So those of you that might hate commercials, well, at least you're appreciating that. But thank many of the fine sponsors we have here at the River Dragons for supporting hockey, bringing it back to West Georgia. And as soon as we establish radio connection, we'll have some sort of regular radio feed. Until then, we are in telethon mode tonight. So 3-3 our score. Tell you what, let's take another quick minute while we can and hear from Miller Robson again from WLTZ. Of course, they and many other different news stations in the area are covering the storm as it tracks through the area. Here's Miller Robson's latest forecast to us, and you'll hear it right here. We'll be back in a minute.
From WLTZ First Weather, I'm Chief Meteorologist Miller Robson with a look at your forecast. Severe weather remains possible this evening. The main concerns will be damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour and isolated tornadoes. These winds capable of knocking down trees and power lines. Periods of heavy downpours are also anticipated. Isolated flooding, especially creeks and streams, is possible, plus ponding of water on roadways and lower lying areas can't be ruled out. As this cold front passes, we'll get a bit of a break from the rain on Sunday before it returns as a warm front first part of next week, bringing more showers and thunderstorms into the forecast. In terms of temperatures, we're going to stay above normal for the next several days. Tonight we'll get down into the mid-50s, highs on Sunday, low 70s, back into the mid to upper 50s on Sunday night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, looking at highs in the upper 60s to low to mid-70s with overnight lows in the 50s and mainly in the 60s. From WLTZ First Weather, I'm Chief Meteorologist Miller Robson for the Columbus River Dragons Radio Broadcasting Network.
All right, thank you so much, Miller. By the way, for those of you who have been following along with us and listening in on the radio when you can, we apologize. We're having some volume issues there. When EAS tones come in over the radio, that is your most accurate information. This is the most accurate information we have from Miller. He recorded it, I do believe, this afternoon while the storm was on its way. So it is pretty consistent right now, but that is the most up-to-date
game last weekend? No problem. Catch all the highlights and analysis on all things River Dragons with the River Dragons Weekly Recap Show on WLTZ NBC 38, Thursday afternoons 5 to 5:30. Or catch segment replays on our official YouTube page. Just search Columbus River Dragons and stay up to date with all the content the River Dragons have to offer. Remember, the River Dragons Weekly Recap Show is Thursdays 5 to 5:30 on NBC 38 TV.
We're back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 3, Prowlers 3 through 20 minutes of play. And I think the best news that we have received is that we have our radio feed back. We are currently working through some volume issues as it stands right now, trying to get that hooked back up properly. But we do seem to have everything back and ready to go. It's just a matter of getting everything back to full strength now, as again, we persevere through the storm, and so too do you all. Well, Zamboni has finished up. He just took his last lap, and the nets are restored back onto the ice, and so we will gleefully await our teams to get back out onto the ice. River Dragons 3, Prowlers 3 through 20 minutes of play. Remember, the River Dragons are wearing specialty jerseys tonight. The Dragons are in a teal look, similar to their third jersey you saw last night. But the River Dragons logo is the triangle logo. It's on their chest, kind of like a soccer crest. And the main logo right in the middle is the APCU Hometown Heroes logo. Along the belt, you see the Columbus River Walk and some of the famous buildings alongside that river walk. And the APCU and WTVM logos on the shoulder. These are available via the LiveSource app, LiveSource. LiveSource is your home for getting River Dragons auctions on specialty jerseys, other apparel, and experiences. So you can have a chance to win one of these jerseys. 30 minutes, roughly, left to go in these auctions. So the auction very well might end in the middle of the second period. Download the app for free on Android and iOS devices and get yourself a chance to win one of the jerseys. Port Huron and Columbus are both back out onto the ice. Apologize for that, folks. Had to deal with something off the air. As again, we're trying to get everything back to full strength as we're just about ready to start the Liberty Utilities second period. River Dragons in the specialty teals with the Hometown Heroes logo and the Columbus River Walk on the belt. They're going to go right to left across your radio dial. Rutledge stopped 10 of 13 in that first period. Kelly Curl mans the crease to our left. He stopped 16 of 19. Rutledge stopped 16 of 19. Curl stopped 10 of 13. Prowlers in the home blacks, red pants and helmets, white and red striping on the sleeves and socks. They're going to go left to right. Face-off at center ice will be between Lirakos and Zulkanich. Referee checks the goal judges, checks the netminders. And the puck is dropped. Lirakos has won it, and we are underway in the Liberty Utilities second period of a tie game, 3-3. Trumley put one on net there on Curl. He had to stick it up into the glove and hold on. 7 seconds into the second period, we already got an offensive zone draw coming up here for Columbus. Face-off will come here to the right of Curl. Won by Columbus. Bondarenko to the middle, tying up the stick. Now Kugler, check that San Paulo, a shot and a pad save made by Curl. Bondarenko, left wing corner. Lirakos gets up and chases after it. To the middle, that one went through San Paulo's legs. Parsons skates this one up ice. Justin Portillo, right wing side, in over the line, trying to go back for Parsons. Spinorama shot, blocker save, rebound sticked out of the air by Pfeiffer, and it went wide. Kugler moves this one up the far wall. San Paulo with it. 3-on-2 if the River Dragons hustle. Good poke at the line by Federley. Springs Portillo the other way. Portillo right circle, a shot. Shoulder save made by Rutledge. Kugler wiped out pretty nasty in the corner there. He picks himself up quickly. Right point a shot. Glove save Rutledge. Portillo from behind the net. Keeps the cycle going. Here's Graham with it now. Graham, right wing corner. Trying to feed to the middle. And Rutledge with the active stick took it away, and they score. Rutledge poked it out of the slot, but he put it right onto the stick of Austin Federle. Federle blasts it home. 4-3 Prowlers, 18:55 to go in the second. Well, I tell you, and we mentioned it during the abridged Burger King pregame show, just because the Prowlers are down a couple of bodies and have a backup netminder, or a netminder I should say, that hasn't seen any time at all this season, you can't count them out. They're a very good team. Their core is one of the strongest in the league, and they have shown up in this one after taking a 9-0 beatdown last night. 4-3, Port Huron leads. Austin Federle is going to pick up his 6th goal of the year, the Port Huron, Michigan native, with assists from Graham and Nippert. 18:40 to go in the second. Shot from Dimmitt, save made Curl. He gives up no rebound. Face-off will come to the right of Kelly Curl. Columbus with the offensive zone draw, now down a goal. 18:38 to go in the second. 4-3 our score. Face-off coming to the right of Curl. And a piece of debris or something, some issue there. I don't know what it was, but Port Huron skated something to their bench. That was Strack. So Graham v. Moskal on this draw. They wait. Linesman takes an extra beat. Dropped. Moskal wins it clean. Howie left point. To the right point, Lenartson fires a shot. Stick save made by Curl. Off the glass behind him. And it'll be found left wing circle by Dimmitt. Dimmitt rims this one around. Here's C.J. Hayes, right wing corner. Hayes is trying to spin away from a check from Graham. Hayes still with it behind the net. On the forehand, that one blocked side of the net. And Curl had it underneath the blocker, didn't even realize it. So Curl held on to that one. He'll get another face-off coming to his right. 18:20 to go in the second. 4-3 our score, and I think I can confidently say about an hour plus into the broadcast, we're at full strength, thank goodness. We are back here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Happy you're joining us in on 92.1 FM, 1420 AM, WRCG. It's been a wild one because of the storm that's still going on outside. Again, stay safe wherever you are listening to this broadcast, whether you're in the Columbus Civic Center, at home, or traveling around somewhere. Stay safe. Mind the weather wherever you might be. Here's Dimmitt on the near side, boards in his own end. He'll give it up to Howie. He'll push it up ice. Lenartson with the right wing side. 3-on-4 as he hits the line. Lenartson at the hash marks. Takes it behind the net. He's on his forehand as he works the left wing corner. Lenartson still with it. Runs into the wall. Cycles it back. Now here's Dimmitt with it here. Check that. That's Moskal. Moskal, center point. Looking for some space. Right point. He's got it. Pass to the middle. C.J. Hayes deflected it. Weakly. Wouldn't have gone on net anyways. Pushed ahead by Port Huron, near side wall. Nippert falls into the zone, but he's onside. Dimmitt kicks this one through. Moskal got a 2-on-1 with Hayes. Moskal left wing circle, looks across. Hayes scores! Beauty of a feed from Parker Moskal. C.J. Hayes has a goal. 4-4. With no means to disparage the defense, it's backyard hockey out here for sure. 4-4 early in the second. Parker Moskal walks into the zone, finding a loose puck, and a beauty of a pass. C.J. Hayes on the outside of the crease taps it home. He's now got goals in 6 straight games. And let's hear it from Jonathan Bam Rivers.
River Dragons goal scored by number 25, C.J. Hayes, assisted by number 9, Parker Moskal, at the 2:40 mark.
Moskal picks up the only assist. Here's Krupp into the zone, left wing side. He gives a check onto Parsons as he lost it in the corner. Cameron trying to move this one up ice. Takes a hit from Graham, made him make a bad pass, and Columbus will put this back into the offensive zone. Krupp misses on a hit from Federle. Cameron's got it near side wall. M.J. Graham trying to spin it back from him. Parsons will pick it out as those two cancel each other. Up ahead, too far for Gregorich. Clausen wins the race, and icing here against the Prowlers. 16:40 to go in the Liberty Utilities second period. 4-4 our score here at the Civic Center. Oh my, we're not even halfway through this game. Not even a quarter of the way through this period. Will we get somebody to get back to the 9-goal mark we saw for Columbus? I don't know. Port Huron wins the draw through the neutral zone. Gregorich will dump it in, and Port Huron can change the bodies that they wanted. Right wing corner. This one found by Columbus. Bondarenko, one touched it for Leorakos. Good pass across into the zone. Santa Paulo takes it off the wall. A shot. Curl to save, and he hops on the rebound. Face-off coming to the left of Kelly Curl. 16:21 to go in the second. 4-4.
Bud Light have teamed up to give you a chance to win tickets to any home game this year. Visit your nearest Circle K convenience store and text the
Face-off coming to the left of Curl.
706
Leorakos going to go against Graham.
706-4625.
Leorakos wins it. Trumbley, center point. A shot. Pad save made by Curl. Saw it the last second. Pace trying to get this one out. Bondarenko left circle to Santa Paulo, and a stick save made there by Kelly Curl. Right wing corner. Pfeiffer in a check with Santa Paulo. Port Huron trying to get it out. They can't. Kugler fakes it right point. Now another shot. Santa Paulo tipped it wide. Santa Paulo has it behind the net, wrapping it around. Weak shot. Stick save made Curl, and he'll cover it up and give up no rebound. 15:58 now left to go here in the second, and our score is 4-4. Face-off will come to the right of Curl, the fill-in Port Huron netminder, if you will. Won by Port Huron. Strack has it behind the net. Strack trying to move this one around. Hayes holds in right point. Shot by Curl, sticked away, and he'll hold on for yet another whistle. So, 15:49 here to go in the second. 4-4 our score. Moskal to take this draw against Graham. Graham will win that one into the corner. This one rimmed around by Port Huron. Howie pinches on the play, holds in left circle. Howie taken off his stick there by Pace. Good move there by the Wiley veteran. By the way, congratulations to Joe Pace Jr. He is the all-time leader in games played in the FPHL. Last night played in his 400th. We had no idea. We didn't get any sort of media advisory. This actually found out after the fact this afternoon while some other people were talking about the game. So congratulations, Joe Pace Jr., 400 games played in the Federal League. Here's Cameron Dimmitt. He'll move this one through center, trying to take on the defense himself. Dimmitt flips it up, and Pace will get in front there as he was checked. Howie holds in left point. No, he doesn't. Howie thought he had that one in the blue. Linesman disagreed. A shot was saved by Curl anyways, and we get a whistle. 15:09 to go here in the second, and our score remains 4-4. Neutral zone draw coming up here opposite the Columbus bench. Fallis v. Zilkanich. Zilkanich will win it federally. He's going to go across, and he'll hit Parsons off the wall. He'll dump it in from the red line. Behind the net of Rutledge. This one will stay for Leorakos. Leorakos going to move this one up the left wing side. Fallis giving chase there. Federally first to it at his own blue line. Pass to the other blue line. Clausen's got it at the red line. Dumps it in. Delayed offsides Dragons, and they touch up. 14:45 to go here in the second. 4-4 our score. This one found by Nipper, trying to go through the legs of a man. He does and gets it back himself. 3-on-3, a shot. Pad save made there by Rutledge. Nipper behind the net to Zilkanich. Klauston chasing after him. Klauston, good stick, trying to kick it through Zilkanich here. Zilkanich will hold on, move it to the left wing circle. Nippert gets around a man, fighting through a hook there. Good play by Shapitzin to avoid a penalty. Federley, left point, holds that one in, rims it around to the near side boards, and it'll be collected here by Fallis. Fallis will flip this one to center. Federley collects at his own blue line. 14:15 to go here in the second. 4-4 our score. Nipper 2-on-2 as he hits the line, dropping it back for Jay. Fights through a slash. Backhand save made there by Rutledge. Here's MJ Graham. He moves it up into the zone. Jake Krupp on his left. MJ Graham for Krupp. High slot. Trying to go back. Right circle. Krupp waiting on it. Held up there by Parsons. And he'll be checked into the boards, and he lost the puck. Federley rims this one around. Graham trying to pinch along the wall. MJ, that is. Matt will pick it out of feet. Matt Graham for Dalton Jay. Poked into the zone. He'll head off for a change. Trumbley waits behind his own net. He'll leave it there for Leorakos on the near side wall. 13:40 to go here in the second. 4-4 our score. Each team with a goal in this period. It was Austin Federley, 1:05 into the second. Then 2:40 into the second, CJ Hayes. From the red line, this one dumped in by Kugler. It'll rim around. Pace gets to it first. Far wall, he'll play it off the glass. Gregorich spins away from a check from Howie. Pass was in the feet of Matt Graham, and the red line, he'll backhand it after recollecting. Nipper checking there with Leorakos. Ooh, they got tangled up in the feet. Ugly collision. Loose in the middle. Graham with the chance. He flipped it over the net. Lirakos pushes one ahead to Santa Paulo. Lirakos doesn't like the hit he took from Gregorich. Santa Paulo back the other way. He lost it. Lirakos, now Kugler going to get involved there. Cameron coming back. Here's Cameron, 2-on-1. Shot and a save made there by Rutledge. Kugler was challenging in at Gregorich. Trumley had to deal with the 2-on-1. Rutledge had the shooter the whole way and made the good save. 12:55 to go here in the second. 4-4 our score. Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. Zolkanic v. Moskal. Linesman takes an extra beat. Zolkanic will win it. Left point. Shot coming in there from Parsons. Rutledge didn't see it. It went wide. Here's Dimmitt. He takes it on his stick. Getting it ahead to C.J. Hayes. Forces it into the zone. Linesman trying to get out of the way. Backhand sent out. No. Hayes holds it in along the wall. Center point. Lenartson fires. Save made Curl. And the rebound holds in his equipment. 12:38 left to go here in the second. 4-4 our score. Fans, Bud Light, Circle K, and the River Dragons want to give you a chance to win tickets to every home game this season. Simply text the word WIN to 888-706-GOAL. It's 888-706-4625. Standard message and data rates apply. Winners are notified within 48 hours of a given puck drop. Again, WIN is your keyword. Face off to the left of Curl. Zolkanic tries to win it to the corner. He does. Parsons ahead for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer in front of the Columbus bench, off the wall, and Arnson took it away at his blue line. Parsons getting this one ahead. Pfeiffer in front of his own bench will dump it in left wing side. Rims around the board. C.J. Hayes has it. Near side circle. Hayes tried to stop it up in the corner. It kept going with him behind the net. Pfeiffer ties him up. It's now a 3-on-2 battle over the right shoulder of Rutledge. Moskal will come away with it. Moskal through center. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Now trending right wing side. Moskal gets through the legs of Matt Graham, but he put a check onto him. C.J. Hayes to Dimmitt. Dimmitt all alone. Great comeback there by Matt Graham as Cameron Dimmitt took a little bit too much time all alone in the slot. Portillo got knocked away at the blue line. Couldn't enter into the zone. Now taken away by Moskal. Moskal going to go 2-on-3 here with Hayes. Moskal left wing circle. Pass to Hayes. Backhand tried to drop it back, and Pfeiffer read that the whole way. Howie holds it in. Right wing circle. He's with it. Stops up at the hash marks. Howie on the handoff to Hayes, right wing corner. Hayes dodges a check, kicks it to Moskal, left wing side. A shot rippled the outside of the net from an acute angle. Moskal, left wing corner from behind the net, held in left point, nicely there by Shapitzin. Shapitzin with this one, along the wall, goal line, firing a shot, save made Curl, rebound, they score! Parker Moskal finding a loose puck, goals in 3 straight games, 5-4. Parker Moskal quickly becoming one of the favorite River Dragons here at the Civic Center. He's now got goals in his first 3 games in a Columbus uniform, and he's given the River Dragons back the lead 5-4. 11:23 left to go here in the second. And we'll hear it from fill-in PA announcer Jonathan Bam Rivers.
He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 9, Parker Moskal, assisted by number 17, Cameron Dimmitt, and number 2, Ali Shapitzin.
So Dimmitt and Shapitzin will pick up the helpers on that. 2-on-1 back the other way for Port Huron. Nippert left circle, save made Rutledge. Rebound loose, Zolkanic, save made Rutledge. He covers it up, and now Zolkanic is going to get into a wrestling match. Zolkanic has lost his lid. I think that was Shapitzin. No, it was Klauston giving Zolkanic the business right on top of the crease of Columbus. So Zolkanic will pick up his dome. The linesmen get in the way of everybody there. Dimmitt and Shapitzin, the assists on Parker Moskal's 3rd goal as a River Dragon in 3 games and his 12th of the FPHL season. 10:57 to go in the second. 5-4 Dragons. Face off to the right of Rutledge, and we get a false start. Zolkanic was going to win that one, and he's going to stay in. I don't think the linesman's thrown out anybody. Zulkanich versus MJ Graham. Zulkanich will win that, kicks it to Jay. Left point to Pace, fires a shot, deflected, loose there on the crease. Rutledge trying to get across, and it's picked out of danger. Oh my, Preston Kugler saved the goal right there. Jake Krupp from the red line tried to feed a stretch pass ahead for Fallis. That one knocked down by the Prowlers in the neutral zone. Graham, right wing, he enters the line 3-on-2. Graham to the middle, Fallis a deflect, and that one went through the crease of Curl and wide. Nippert playing it to the far side wall. This one will be found by Kugler. Kugler over for Trumbley at the blue line. Krupp will kick it in stride for Fallis. Waits, fires, shoulder save made by Curl. Behind the net, this one rimmed around by Port Huron. Krupp finds it left wing side, top of the right wing circle, collecting it here Kugler. A shot, and that one blocked in front by Pace. Kugler still with it on the half wall in the attempted clear. Weak pass to the middle, but Krupp was able to lift the stick and get it. Krupp, left wing circle, left point, Trumbley a shot blocked. MJ Graham along the goal line across the crease, and Kelly Curl in desperation spinning around, might have gotten a piece of that. Kugler to MJ Graham, firing a shot, that one blocked in front by Strack. Here's Dalton J. Ahead for Nippert on a breakaway. Nippert in all alone, and the puck was in his feet, and he couldn't get it out. Wyatt Trumbley will backhand that one out to the middle. Strack will have it, and he'll go off the wall. Cameron into the zone, 3-on-2. Pass ahead. Gregorich, stick lifted there. Still with it, left wing circle to the middle. Cleared away by Kugler. Pace a shot. Blocker save made by Rutledge. San Paulo in front of the Port Huron bench. Takes a hit. Feeds Lirakos though. Lirakos lost it. Gregorich, good stick move there. And Wright will plant him down just as he made the pass. Cameron ahead, 2-on-2. Cameron, right circle, drops it back. Matt Graham fires, blocker save, Rutledge. Lenartson sticks that one out of danger, and it'll go down to the Port Huron blue line for Parsons. Parsons to Pace, D to D as they try and settle it down a little bit. Right wing side, Howie lays a hit there onto Cameron. Puck goes free into the Columbus end for Lenartson. 8:58 to go here in the second. 5-4. River Dragons lead. Nick Wright, who has a goal in this game, fires a shot, blocker save, and the rebound popped up and nearly fell into the net. Zulkanich gives a check to Wright. He takes a number. Right circle, pass to the middle, kicked away by Zulkanich. Chopped down on the play there was Shapitzin. Here's Zulkanich back the other way. Zulkanich trying to get it around Howie. Howie will poke it into the corner. Zulkanich to the middle. Shapitzin finished off his hit, and the crowd appreciates that. Parsons at his own blue line for Pace. He'll flip this one ahead, and now Clouston holds on with that helmet, just messed around his neck. Lirakos dodging a hit, trying to move it to Hayes, but Pace was able to pinch him off with a good hit. Now a stretch pass, Matt Graham on a breakaway. Graham fires, missed it well wide of the glove hand side. Portillo for Graham, pass to the middle, sticked away by Rutledge, trying to knock it out of the air, Pfeiffer, and he missed. Dimmitt from behind the net, laying it back for the defense. That's Clouston. 8 minutes to go here in the second. 5-4 our score in favor of the River Dragons. Prowlers lead in shots right now, 34-28. Pfeiffer to Matt Graham, in over the line. Left wing circle, high over the bar and wide. Here's Moskal. He'll get that one ahead, in stride to C.J. Hayes. Hayes trying to deke around Federley, and a good move there for the Port Huron native to keep that one away. Pfeiffer had his stick lifted. Moskal still with it. Moskal left wing circle. Good spin. Box out. Shot Clouston. Save made. Curl. Media timeout. 7:31 to go in the second. Looks like we've lost connection here. We won't have a media timeout in terms of our spots, so we'll keep it right here. Tell you what we've had so far in this second period of play. Had a goal from Port Huron early to give them another lead. It was Austin Federley. After Jared Rutledge made a great play to knock the puck away from the slot, unfortunately, he played it right into the path of Federley, who one-timed that one home, and the Prowlers had a 4-3 lead at that point. But a minute and 35 seconds later, C.J. Hayes, with his goal in his 6th straight game, scored on an assist from Parker Moskal, made it 4-4. Then Moskal got on the board for himself, 8:37 mark of the second. Moskal from Dimmitt and Shapitzin, and that's how we sit 5-4 as we've hit the media timeout in the second period. If you are able to see the Jumbotron at all at any point in the broadcast, we've got a blue screen there. I can only imagine the bugs that we're experiencing up here due to the storm have now officially creeped into our crow's nest where the game control is. So the night just gets wackier and wackier. Stay with us, folks, as we'll bring you the rest of this game, or at least as much as we can of it. Face off to the right of Curl. Moskal v. Zulkanich. Moskal tried to fire it right off the draw. He missed well wide. Nippert on the far side wall, tied up there by Dimmitt. Moskal will take it away. Moskal to Hayes, couldn't poke it to himself. Glove down and played by Parsons. Parsons to Zulkanich, right wing side. He's in over the line, trying to poke it around Howie. Good move by him. He'll play it out to the neutral zone. Federley over to the red line far side, dumped in by Nippard. This one will rim around for Port Huron. Zulkanich with a check there. Howie put him into the wall. And now Clouston pushes this one ahead. Here's C.J. Hayes with Moskal. 3-on-2 as he gets the line through center ice, but off sides. Moskal made one too many moves to the blue line, and C.J. Hayes wasn't anticipating there. 6:59 to go here in the second. 5-4 our score in favor of the River Dragons. Face-off will come in front of the Columbus bench. Fallis between Matt Graham. Gregorich will have it off the Graham win, but played right to Krupp in the neutral zone. He fired one in on net, and Curl had to make a save. Pace from behind his own net, over for Strack, near side circle. Now ahead, that one hit a man in the feet. Fallis will find a loose puck, trying to hold it in center point. He does, left point, now to leak out as Shapitzin couldn't get over in time. Shapitzin to Clouston. He'll wait, softly dump that one in right wing side. Pace has it far circle. He'll play it back. It'll bounce over a stick. It'll go down the ice. Rutledge will come out to play it. Don't think that was going to get called for icing anyways. Shapitzin to Clouston. Circle to circle in his own end. Clouston moving up the near side boards. 4-on-3 as he hits the line. Clouston fires a shot. Blocked by Strack. On the glass. Still in play. Fallis. Right wing corner. Up the wall. Shapitzin. Right point. This one rimmed behind the net. MJ Graham trying to wrap around, and Curl held on there. Clouston left point. Fires one. Blocker save Curl. Rebound. He'll jump on it there as MJ Graham was trying to dive in to get around Curl for that one. Port Huron netminder got to it first. Then we get a whistle. 6:04 to go here in the second. 5-4 Columbus leads. Face off to the right of Curl. Federley looks like he's going to take this draw. Nope, it'll be Zulkanich. Zulkanich against Liarakos. Former teammates going at it here on this draw. Zulkanich will win it. Federley has it in the corner. 6 minutes to go here in the second. Federley waits, near side circle in his own end. Now moves it over, D to D, and Parsons will play it into the neutral zone. Pfeiffer one-touched it ahead at the Columbus blue line, intercepted by Trumbley. Trumbley ahead for Liarakos. 3-on-3 as we're bunched up left wing side. Liarakos, left wing circle with it. Spins it back. A backhand pass to Kugler in the high slot. Got it through Pfeiffer, but he couldn't get himself around the man. Here's Portillo in front of his own bench. Takes a check from Trumbley. Tied up. Gets it into the zone. Left wing side to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer fires a shot and a blocker save made by Rutledge. Pfeiffer down further into the corner. Zulkanich will pick it up there. Tied up with Trumbley. Trumbley pokes it off the stick nicely. San Paulo off the short glass. Down the ice it goes. Weakly into the Port Huron end. And Federley has it there. Federley dumps this one down the length of the ice. Pfeiffer giving chase. He'll win the race. No icing. Pfeiffer for Graham. An acute angle shot. And a stick save made. Rutledge. Rebound. He'll find it and glove it side of the net. 5:09 to go here in the second. 5-4 our score. 35-32. Shots on goal brought to you by Swamp Fox Distilling Company in favor of the Port Huron Prowlers, but the goals in favor of the River Dragons. Again, 5-4. Face-off will come to the left of Rutledge. Graham v. Moskal. Tied up, and Moskal will win it. Lennartson has it behind the net. Lennartson moves this one up through the neutral zone at the red line. 3-on-2 as he hits it. Moving to the left wing side. He'll reacquire. Lennartson boxing out in the corner. Takes a check from Parsons. Now trying to leave it there for Manny. Does for Hayes. Hayes to Moskal. Ran into Lennartson. That's trouble as Jay's going to feed Nippard ahead. Nippard in a race with Howie. He'll negate icing, but he has no breakaway chance. Nippard cycles it to Jay, left wing corner, pinched off by Lennartson. C.J. Hayes couldn't get around Nippard. He's with it on the far side, playing it off the side of the net, and Moskal will collect there. Howie puts a good check onto him, off of Lennartson. Save made Rutledge as a centering pass went off the big Swedish defenseman, and Rutledge was able to hold on off the tip for a whistle. 4:32 to go here in the second. 5-4 our score. So we've learned the internet is back down at PMB Broadcasting, unfortunately, the home of WRCG. You are still hearing us over their airwaves, though, thankfully. Just don't have control to get back and play our commercials properly for our breaks, so we soldier on. Face off to the right of Rutledge. Zulkanich v. MJ Graham. Graham will win it. Clouston will rim this one around. And Jay Krupp will find it near side of the neutral zone. Krupp will flip this one left wing side. Pace will have it near side circle. Pace trying to flip this one out, and now it will go down the length of the ice. Clouston will find this one ahead, right wing side to Krupp as he's in over the line. Krupp, right circle, fires, and he just missed wide of the blocker hand on curl. This one in the neutral zone, found by Gregorich. MJ Graham pokes it off of his stick. Shapitzin, oh, Krupp's feet were in the blue paint there. He's not happy about that. He has a right to be. That's an onside play. Linesman blew that one. So Parker Moskal has scored a goal wearing the number 9 jersey, and while it's not his normal number, it'll count for our Jason's Deli read. Fans, your ticket to tonight's game is good for a free small soft drink at Jason's Deli, courtesy of Jason's Deli and WTVM News Leader 9. So check that in Monday after 11 a.m. Saturday's game. We'll get you a free soft drink at Jason's Deli. Wyatt Trumbley, near side circle, flips this one out to the neutral zone. Strack blocked away there by Wright as he tried to dump it in. Now Santa Paula left wing circle with it. Santa Paula across. Score! Beauty of a feed. Yanni Lirakos, 6-4. Nick Wright might get credit with an assist on that one as it popped off of his shoulder. Santa Paula to Lirakos, wide open right circle. No way he was going to miss on that one for the 2-on-1. 6-4 on Yanni Lirakos' 8th of the season. And let's hear it from Jonathan Bam Rivers. Oh, here we go. We got a fight. Wright's going to go at Nippard. Nippard laid a big check on Lirakos after that goal. Wright wanted at him. He's got a glove off. He's firing in. He's hammer-fisted down on Nippard. Linesmen have tied up different people. That fight's allowed to go. And now a linesman will get in the way of Wright as Nippard's down on the ground. 3:34 to go in the second. Nick Wright will toss his helmet away, as is his signature, and head off to the locker room for what we believe to be an early shower, maybe. 5 minutes fighting, definitely, so he's gone for the rest of this period to be sure. Parsons chirping with a few players on the Columbus bench. Nippard picks himself up. Now we've got penalties scored out. We are just about to approach the top of the 8 o'clock hour. Let's remind you, you are listening to WRCG Columbus, 1420 AM, 92.1 FM, PMB Broadcasting. I got to tell you, folks, absolutely chaotic night continues to get crazier. Nick Wright just went after David Nippard after the big check on Lirakos. They dropped the gloves. 3:34 to go in the second. That'll finish off the rest of the period, at least for them. So Wright, I believe, has a Gordie Howe hat trick. We're checking right now with off ice, folks. Yes, he did. Nick Wright, after MJ Graham last night got a Gordie Howe hat trick, the first in River Dragons history, Nick Wright has the second. A goal and an assist and a fight. And the fight part you'd expect out of Wright. Goal and an assist, that's a heck of a night for him. So kudos to Nick Wright, who is in the locker room right now. 3:34 left to go in the second. He'll sit for 5, so he's done for at least the rest of this period. Referees discussing with Matt Graham and Chase Follis about the penalties to be coming forth. 36-33 are shots on goal in this one in favor of Port Huron, but 6-4 River Dragons as Yanni Lirakos from Tim Santapalo and Nick Wright is the goal, 16-15 into the period. So Lirakos is going to sit in the box for being hit too hard, I guess, unless he's serving Wright's penalty. Honestly, I'm not sure on that. Usually, Lirakos not one to serve because he's a great utility player, power play and penalty kill. Parsons has made his way across without a letter on his chest, so I get the feeling he might be in to serve something. I did not see if Nippard was escorted off the ice. I get the feeling he was, again, at the very least for this period. And it's going to be a Port Huron power play out of this because the referees just pointed into the Columbus end. 5 minutes up on the board to Nick Wright. So there's a chance he got a solo fighting major. Either way, still a Gordie Howe hat trick. Got the fighting major. Nippard's actually still on the ice, so he's going to get away from this scot-free. 5-on-4 here for the Prowlers. Houston Clinic penalty kill, a major penalty kill is coming up here as the River Dragons are 2 for 3 so far on it tonight. Krupp is out there to discuss with one of the referees. And Lirakos and Parsons both in the box. I think Krupp is saying, how are they even in the box, but a power play for Port Huron, and Wright went off the ice. And Wright will likely serve the remainder, which will be 1:26 by my math when we start at the Victoryland third period. Remember, with a major penalty, the Prowlers can score as much as they possibly can, and the second best power play in the FPHL will now take the ice for 5 whole minutes. Zulkanich for Federley, right point. Dalton J, right point. J over to the left wing circle. We just heard game misconduct for Wright. So left wing circle, save made there by Rutledge. Rebound loose there, Rutledge will find it. And some rough stuff in the middle. So Parsons gets 2 minutes for roughing. Lirakos gets 2 minutes for an equipment violation. I think he had his helmet knocked off and he continued to play and involved in that altercation. Wright, 5 minutes for fighting and a game misconduct, so his night is done, and they'll have to get somebody to serve that 1 minute plus when we start the Victoryland third period, Columbus will, to put in the box. Faceoff's going to come outside the zone for Port Huron. They dropped a man beneath the hash marks. 6-4. Columbus leads, 3:17 to go in the second. And now they're going to discuss and put this back in the offensive zone. Likely when this happens, it means the defenseman was already down beneath the hash marks. And even though 4 guys might have been down beneath for Port Huron, when the whistle went, nobody crossed the hash marks. So I guess they said no violation there. To be honest with you folks, I was not watching, was trying to pay attention to the penalties. Again, it's been a chaotic night here, and we're doing our best on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Lennartson dumps this down the length of the ice. 3:05 left to go here in the second, 6-4 Dragons. Houston Clinic major penalty kill for another 4.5. Prowlers, Dalton J, left wing side. We'll dump this one in. Howie's got it, near sideboards, trying to flip it out, and he whiffed on it, but a second effort, he'll re-find it and dump it down. Federley gives chase, 2:45 left to go here in the second. Prowlers on a major power play for the rest of the period. Behind Dalton J on the pass, Moskal couldn't find it, but a penalty comes up here. Zulkanich lost his stick. I think he dropped it trying to feign innocence. And a hooking call against Zachary Zulkanich will kill off 2 minutes of the 4:05 left there against Nick Wright. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for a full 2 minutes. Crowd loves seeing Zachary Zulkanich in the box. And this will not be any sort of power play for the River Dragons, as again, the full 2 minutes will be encompassed by the 4:05 for Nick Wright. Pfeiffer wins this draw to Federley in the corner. Good move between his legs. Then a big stick lift right there. Moskal to the middle. Wait, score! Parker Moskal just outweighted Kelly Curl, and it's 7-4. Now all of a sudden, Columbus the dangerous team here. As Zulkanich penalty, and he came out of the box. He's not allowed. It's 4-on-4. I think that might have been on the penalty box attendant, though. 2:29 to go in the second. Moskal, his second of the night. Fourth as a River Dragon. And 13th of the season. Got to reset the penalty now to Zulkanich as it come off the board. No. Zulkanich is not allowed out. Zulkanich is not allowed out. That was a 4-on-4 goal. That was a 4-on-4 goal. This is not right. Zulkanic has to go back in the box. That's 4-on-4. The penalty's not up. Zulkanic was allowed to leave. Port Huron has 5 on the ice. This is not right. And now they're going to escort Zulkanic back. Okay. Panic attack averted. You got a feel for Zulkanic, too. He's probably told one or two things. You're good. No, you're not. You're good. No, you're not. And now they got to reset the penalty, too. 2:29 to go in the second period, and they're going to have to assess the penalty time. There it goes. 1:57 left to go in the Zulkanic penalty. 7-4 Dragons as Moskal scored his second of the game. His 4th as a River Dragon and 13th of the season. And here's Bam Rivers.
Columbus River Dragons goal scored by number 9, Parker Moskal, unassisted at the 17.
Moskal unassisted. The goal goes down at the 17:31 mark of the second period. C.J. Hayes from the red line in the neutral zone ahead for Moskal, who's on hat-trick alert. And he takes a big check from Strack, and that'll take away his momentum. Moskal still with it, near side boards, pokes it around pace. C.J. Hayes trying to work it up the wall, past to Clouston, left point. D to D across, right circle, Shapitzin just missed wide of the blocker, hand on curl. Hayes lost that one in the neutral zone. Pfeiffer played it back for pace. Now here's Strack from the red line. He'll dump this one in. Rimmed around. And the near side corner. Clouston chops it out to center. Pace between the legs. Shapitzin overskated it there. Pfeiffer tried to go one-on-one. Clouston with a good hip check to take him out of it. Shapitzin turned it over, though. Pace just on the offensive side of red for him. Graham to Pfeiffer into the zone. Pfeiffer with it, right wing circle. Hayes tied up. Pfeiffer still with it. Right wing corner. Puts it to the middle. Nobody home in a black jersey. And a big check there as Pfeiffer ends up on his backside after a hit from Alice Shapitzin. Clouston trying to head off the ice. He's gimpy right now. He will, as the River Dragons will move it up ice. Left wing side, C.J. Hayes takes a check. Hayes will flip it into the zone. Now he puts a check on Strack at the end of that, and a penalty is going to come up for retaliatory. C.J. Hayes will discuss with Matt Graham. Kelly Curl heads off to the bench, as it's now 5-on-4 for the Prowlers during this delayed penalty. Matt Graham across, left wing side. Now a pass to the right point. Strack, he fires. Stick save Rutledge. No possession, though. Nippard, left wing circle. He's checked down, still with it left point, and now MJ Graham will find it, and there's the whistle. There's the whistle. There it goes. 35.6 left to go in the second. 3 seconds left in the Zulkanic minor. 2:02 left in the penalty to right. And C.J. Hayes will head off. Parsons, he has served his time. As too has Liarakos. Hayes in the box. 2 minutes, thinks of a roughing was the call there. 35.6 left to go in the second. I got to tell you, folks, I'm just waiting to get to the end of this period to recap all the craziness we saw. You thought the first period was nutty. The second period's also pretty bad, too. .6 left to go in the second. Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. 2 minutes up on the board against Hayes. So it's a 4-on-3 advantage for Port Huron, and in 3 seconds it'll turn into a 5-on-3. We'll tell you about the math in a little bit. Dimmitt has to hurry off the ice. He was laid off that change. Port Huron won the draw, but won it too clean. Zulkanic out of the box. Here's a long 5-on-3 coming up for Port Huron. Austin Federley, high slot. One-timer, Nippard, and that one just missed wide of the blocker hand. Portillo, right wing corner, rimming this one around. Graham to Nippard, high slot, now back for Graham, left wing circle, 15 seconds left in the period. Nippard to Graham, one-timer, stick save Rutledge, rebound, and at the side of the net, Matt Graham couldn't do anything with it. Dalton J fired that shot, our apologies. Nippard, center point, back door, they score, Matt Graham, what a deflection. That's a thing of beauty. 4.1 left to go in the second. A 5-on-3 power play goal. Hayes is allowed to return to the ice because he had a minor penalty. 1:30 still left on the major to right. 7-5. Well, again, Port Huron, second best power play in the league. They came into the weekend first ranked, so you know they're anxious to get that back. 1956 mark of the second period. Matt Graham on the power play has made it 7-5. Face-off won by Fallis with 2 seconds left. That will dump down the ice from Dimmitt. And we've got 40 minutes in the books. 7-5, Columbus leads. We had 6 goals in the first. We got another 6 goals in the second. Tell you all about how that happened. Well, no, we can't. We don't have our spots yet back. As, man, this has been a weird night up here. So we'll go ahead, take a seat, and prepare ourselves emotionally for another telethon intermission report. The Swamp Fox Distilling Co. second intermission report. Big thanks to the fans, I guess I should say, but also our partners at Swamp Fox Distilling Company sponsoring this intermission report. They sponsor our shots on goal, and it's right now 39-33 in favor of the Prowlers. They also present our coaches show to you. The Swamp Fox Distilling Co. coaches show can be caught right here on these airwaves Tuesday night, 6 to 7 p.m. on WRCG. You'll hear from Jerome Beachard. You'll have a player or two as well. Sometimes Scott Brand likes to come into the broadcast as well. I like to equate him to the FPHL's Don Cherry. He'll come out, he'll say some outlandish things. He's all kinds of crazy. But I tell you what, he does at least make some good hockey sense, that's for sure. The Swamp Fox Distilling Co. Coaches Show every Tuesday night, 6 to 7 p.m. on the home of Columbus River Dragons hockey, WRCG. Setting up for Chuck-a-Puck, and the mop I can see is out, so we're doing some more ice repair as well. Just got to get the sheet through one more period, and then the River Dragons are off. They have had a long home stretch in terms of weekends. Now, they did have that New Year's Eve game against Carolina, and they had a neutral site in Athens. But if you go back to before Christmas, Delaware was here December 20 and 21. Danville was here December 27 and 28, then the neutral site on Sunday in Athens. That's 2 weekends in a row. Tuesday at Carolina was New Year's Eve to end the year. Then Watertown came into town last weekend, and now Port Huron's here, and it's a 3-3 because the Athens game got moved back to Columbus on Thursday. So this is the 4th straight weekend we have had hockey here at the Civic Center. The ice has absolutely taken a beating, and it could probably go with having a week off. And look at that. Making an appearance, Dana Barker is back. Let's hear from him.
For our second intermission activity, Cap, take it away.
Thank you, Dana. Before I start with Chuck-a-Puck, guys, I want to introduce our GM, Scott Brand. He's got a little announcement for you guys. How we doing tonight? Listen, there's a couple things I want to say. First of all, I got to tell you how impressed I am with the fact that this came out here tonight with Hurricane Betsy that blew through here. And you know what, hockey fans, you all are pretty darn tough. And because of that, tonight's sponsors, Channel 9 up there, and APCU, along with our ownership that's here, and with some help with the Civic Center, here's what we'd like to do. Tonight, you're going to get passed out a roll ticket, a blue roll ticket. Why don't you go ahead and hang on to that? And we're going to bring it back here February 14th, Friday, February 14th. And you're not going to get charged to come to that game. And hopefully, you stay a little bit drier. So we want to thank our sponsors up there. We want to thank the Civic Center. And we want you to have fun. Listen, your tickets will probably be somewhere up there. I'm not going to tell you you're going to get great seats that night, but we'll get you in the building. And we just want to say thank you for welcoming us back to the Chattahoochee Valley. You guys are great hockey fans, and we love you.
We love you too, Brenda.
And now I think Matt's going to have you throw your pucks at Dana Barker. Chuck-a-Puck.
Thank you, Scotty. Hope that announcement pumped you guys up. Who's ready for Chuck-a-Puck? All right, you guys, on my count. You guys ready? 3, 2, Chuck!
All right. Well, that was newsworthy. Scott Brand came out, the president and general manager of the River Dragons. You heard him here on pregame. He was talking about the extra crazy circumstances of this game. And everybody here in attendance got a voucher or a ticket, I guess, good for the Battle Creek game February 14th to reward everybody who came out, braved the storm. So thank you to everybody who came out. We appreciate that. And what a clutch move right there by our ownership and the River Dragons. Thank you so much to everybody who's been listening in, who's at the game. I know it's tough when a storm's going on to think about anything else other than your personal safety and your loved ones. But we've had an absolute blast. This game's been wildly entertaining, to say the least, so we're glad, if anything, to be able to keep your mind off of things for a little bit here on the River Dragons Network. So you heard that Dana Barker got back from his position at WLTZ covering the Storm. I guess the Storm's good enough now. And so with that, I wanted to bring up one of my good friends who helped us out in a real bind. This is Jonathan Bam Rivers, now formerly of Sports Unleashed, but now you're on the TV side of things, right, Bam?
Absolutely. I'm over there at WXTX Fox 54 now, Zach.
And Fox 54 is one of our great partners as well. We got dasher boards and a whole bunch of stuff up with them. Bam, thank you so much. You helped us out doing the PA announcing. Dana was able to get out of the meteorology job, so I guess the Storm's good. That's the good news, right?
Absolutely, and I'm glad to see Dana. Dana's a friend of mine. You know, he actually was, of course, at the weather station over there at LTZ when I was doing my college football show. So good to see him here. Man, let me tell you something. My first hockey game, and it's a game I got to do the PA for, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was fun.
This game, you know what? It was funny. We were talking. We were able to book you for this. We said, all right, maybe we'll have like a 1-0, 2-0 game. Won't have to do too much. Won't be too stressful. No, you probably had one of the most stressful games. 7-5, had a couple of fights. It's just been absolutely crazy.
Penalties galore, goals galore, but that's what hockey is, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand. And listen, you understand what it is. I was going through the names on the rosters 5 or 6 times before we got this thing started. So I definitely appreciate the opportunity. The Columbus River Dragons are great. I appreciate you, Zach, as always, how you came and got me prepped and helped me out. So you know what? Even though the weather was bad outside, I feel like there was a great crowd that turned out tonight.
You know what? Never mind you having to work at it. How are you enjoying this first Columbus River Dragons game? Because it's entertaining.
I'm loving it, man. I'm really loving it. And it's just an opportunity for me to see a sport that I don't see often. My first River Dragons game, I definitely won't forget it. It was a great experience, man.
Well, I tell you what, I hope you're hooked. We'll definitely set you up anytime you want to head up here or head down. I don't know, wherever you are based. I mean,
right.
We're down south. Everything's
We're
down,
everywhere.
right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll definitely get you to games. We appreciate having you here. And, again, you helped us out in a pinch. So what was it like down there? I mean, a little chaotic, but you were able to manage, right?
Oh, man. So the one named Shapitzin that I feel like I went over 18 times, he scores a goal, and I called him Shipitism or something like that. So it was just funny because when it came out of my mouth, I couldn't help but laugh. But, man, let me tell you something. Just the opportunity to do it, and I really enjoyed the introductions. You know, I got to put my own spin on it. So like I said, man, it was a great experience. It was a great opportunity. Fans were coming by saying hello, people that I haven't seen in a very long time, even Matt, who works with us down there. I actually grew up with him, so it was great to see him.
No
Leslie,
kidding.
the sound guy, we're good friends. So every time you have an opportunity to be exposed to something new, you have to take advantage of it, and it was a blessing, man. So I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's great, Bam. It sounded like you had a great time. The crowd definitely appreciated it, too. I could hear them getting into it. And, man, you are energetic. And, you know, we love Dana. We appreciate everything he does. But maybe for the next tornado, we might be calling you up again. You did wonderful, man.
Hey, man, just call me Mr. Inclement Weather. I'll be here, brother. I'll be here.
That's a great one. Well, Bam, thank you so much for killing some time with us.
Appreciate you, Zach.
Hope you stick around for the game. I don't know if you got plans, but, hey, you did yeoman's work today, and we appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
All right. That's Jonathan Bam Rivers, who came in the pinch hitter role on the PA side of things. Dana Barker was at WLTZ. His main job, making sure the public was informed. I guess the storm is starting to pass, or at least is in a less severe place, because he's here now. That's a good sign for us for sure in the Columbus, East Alabama, Phoenix City area. And we'll be ready to go with him when we start up the Victory Land third period in a little bit. Shuckapuck concluded. I don't think we had any winners on the jackpot. Last night, if you were with us, we had 2 jackpot winners that split $275. So that was pretty big. That jackpot obviously resets, and I think we'll roll over and gain a little bit in size with our next games that come up against the Danville Dashers. So, 7-5 Columbus here through 40 minutes of play. This has just been unreal. And again, big thanks to Jonathan Bam Rivers for helping us out in a pinch with the PA announcing. We thank him for his service, and Hope he sticks around for the game, too. I mean, it's been an entertaining game. And I don't know if it was his first hockey game in general, but his first River Dragons game I know for sure. If it was his first hockey game, man, he's seen an absolutely crazy one. That's for sure. So we'll probably catch up with him later on off the air and talk and to figure out how he's doing. 7-5 our score. We still don't have our commercials, unfortunately, but we can tell you about that second period of play. How about we do that? Scoring summary. 1:05 into the second. Austin Federle made it 4-3 Port Huron. My, how long ago that felt in this game for sure. Austin Federle picking up goal number 6 on the season for himself. Federle from Matt Graham, not MJ Graham, and David Nippert. Then tying it up, C.J. Hayes with a goal in his 6th straight game, 2:40 mark of the second. C.J. Hayes from Parker Moskal, and then Moskal got on the scoreboard himself. 8:37 mark. He scored his first of the game. More on that later. Cameron Dimmitt and Alice Shapitzin picked up the assists. 16:15 mark of the second period. Then Yanni Lirakos buried a nice feed from Tim Sanapalo on a can't-miss 2-on-1. Nick Wright also picked up a helper. This was important because off the ensuing faceoff off the goal, Yanni Lirakos took a big hit. Nick Wright went after David Nippert, who laid the hit, and Wright got a 5-minute major fight and a game misconduct. There's 1:26 left to go in that fight. But more importantly, it's the second Gordie Howe hat trick in Columbus River Dragons history. Wright scored the game's second goal that made it 2-0 at the 5:15 mark of the first. Goal, assist, and a fight. MJ Graham last night, Nick Wright tonight. Wow, unreal. Parker Moskal then scored his second of the night at the 17:31 mark. So between Lirakos and Moskal, 2 goals, a minute and 16 seconds apart, even though there was a fight and a whole bunch of stoppage and posturing, if you will, between the two teams in between it. Moskal's goal unassisted, and then late, and I mean real late, 4 seconds left in the period, Matt Graham on the power play with assists from Nippert and Jay. Graham with the beauty of a backdoor deflection into the net. Nothing Rutledge could do, as it was a long 5-on-3, and Port Huron scored on that power play opportunity to get their second power play goal of the game. I think they are 2 for 5 on the man advantage by my book. I'll have to double check that for you, but that's what I've got up here. Now, granted, it's been a crazy night. I probably haven't kept the best book because we're dealing with a lot of fires on the back end here. I don't mean to raise the curtain too much, but it's been crazy, and obviously the storm outside has been a big cause of that. Again, if you're able to listen to us any way you can through YouTube or through the radio or through CTV Beam, stay safe wherever you are. If you're on the road, if you're able to brave the roads now that the storm is starting to pass, at least enough that Dana Barker is here, just stay safe. Be mindful of the weather and be mindful of your surroundings. So that's how the second period unfolded. 7-5 our score in favor of Columbus. Power plays. Oh, Port Huron is 2 for 7. Excuse me. Wow, I have missed a few there. 2 for 7. River Dragons are 1 for 4. So 1 for 4 on the Georgia power play. And Port Huron makes River Dragons 5 for 7 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. And again, shots on goal brought to you by Swamp Fox Distilling Co. 39-34 in favor of the Dragons. How about we take a look around the FPHL? That's brought to you by Candlewood Suites Northeast, the official hotel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. Menor Icebreakers and Carolina Thunderbirds, they dropped the puck at the same time as us. We've had delays and all this stuff. They might be getting near the end. They are. 8 minutes left to go in the third, and it's 2-0 Carolina at the Annex. Goals from Yuri Pargach and Peter Panachik, the tallies for the Thunderbirds. Danbury hat-tricks and the Delaware Thunder. 10:26 gone in the second period there, and Delaware looking to split the weekend series. They're up 4-2, 2 goals in the first and the second. In fact, they've got the last 4 goals. Danbury went up 2-0 through Matthias Koshik and Carter Shinkarok, and then a power play goal from Brandon Contrado. Patrick Tondel then tied the game up quickly after that one, like 45 seconds after Contrado scored. Then 2 second-period goals, Anton Kalinin and then Ryan Marker. Marker's goal came short-handed. 4-2 Delaware in that one. Let's take a peek over in Watertown. Elmira at Watertown. This game was delayed because the cooling system in the Watertown Municipal Ice Arena was malfunctioning and the ice was not freezing properly. I guess water was being laid down and not refreezing, creating a puddle effect. That wasn't good. So despite the 7:30 puck drop, they're through 20 minutes of play. I guess 7:30 was a listed puck drop. No idea when they actually started. Probably maybe 15, 20 minutes after. As 1-0 Elmira is what we're reading at right now. Elmira's goal, 16:24 mark of the first period, came from Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis been having a really good weekend for the Enforcers. Over in Danville, the Battle Creek Rumblebees and Danville Dashers are underway. Battle Creek appears to have a lead in this one. Hold on, we're checking up everything. Yes, 1-0 Battle Creek. 12.5 gone in the first period. Rumblebees goal from Adam Howie and Marco Luciani on the assist, as well as former River Dragon Ethan Bush Anderson. That's around the FPHL, brought to you by Candlewood Suites Northeast, the official hotel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. SPHL, the Southern Hockey Scoreboard, is coming up here now as our telethon-style Swamp Fox Distilling Co. second intermission report continues. SPHL side, Fayetteville and Macon tied 2-2, 7:49 left to go in the second. No score, Roanoke and Birmingham, 12:19 to go in the first, 13:38 to go in the first. Knoxville and Huntsville remain scoreless. And Pensacola 1, Evansville nothing. That's 13:09 to go here in the first. And then Peoria and Quad City, that game was canceled or postponed. It's not played tonight. Those two teams are pretty close to each other. They can probably make up that game if they need to. All right, I've been given good news. Our commercials are back, so let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we look ahead to the Victoryland third period, or maybe we'll just start right up into it. You never know. Just stick around with us and you'll find out on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Kate.
And we're not just literal taste buds. We're best buds. And we love Pepsi.
Sure, we live inside your mouth.
But that doesn't mean we don't enjoy the finer things.
Pepsi incoming!
Amazing.
That's what I was thinking.
It's like we share the same mouth, Kate.
Forever and ever, Nate.
Make your taste buds happy and pick up a delicious, refreshing Pepsi.
Say hello to your friend in wireless, a friend with awesome plans. Smile, you're on Cricket. Say hello to your friend in wireless, a friend who gives you a free Samsung J2 Pure when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket. Ends November 21st. Must port in and activate new line on minimum $55 a month voice plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Activation fee $25. Additional fees, usage, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details. Do you own a home that needs an exterior tune-up? Window World is proud to take integrity to a new level with the best price, product, and warranty guaranteed on windows, siding, doors, and more with professional installation. If you want the highest quality product at the lowest price, backed by a lifetime warranty, call or click Window World for your free, no-obligation in-home estimate today. Window World, simply the best for less. Call, click, or visit Window World today.
Over 25 years ago, Curves changed women's fitness by delivering studio fitness without the premium price. While the workouts are only 30 minutes, you'll feel the benefits long after. Unlike traditional gyms, a Curves membership gives you the tools and support you need to reach your goals and set the stage for a healthier, more active future. Visit your local Curves gym at 6100 Veterans Parkway or call them 706-653-2242. Curves, build strength, balance, and community today for a healthy tomorrow.
Stay up to date on all things River Dragons with the Swamp Fox Distilling Co. Coaches Show only on 92.1 FM and 1420 AM WRCG. Game recaps, coach and player interviews, and much more are waiting every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Don't forget to follow the River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when we're taking the show on the road to an establishment near you. That's the Swamp Fox Distilling Co. Coaches Show every Tuesday, 6 to 7 on WRCG.
back here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network with some semblance of being at full strength. We've got our radio spots back. Thank you to PMB Broadcasting, working very hard through this storm, not only keeping people informed on their particular channels, things like Kissin 99 and Boomer 102.5, 103.7 Light FM, and of course right here on 92.1 FM, it's WRCG. So they're keeping everybody informed on those stations, and they're fixing our problems on the back end. Man, it's been a tough night for everybody. It's been a tough night a bit for the goaltenders, too. It's 7-5 Columbus, as both teams are back out on the ice to ready to start the Victoryland third period. We didn't finish the Southern Hockey scoreboard. The Atlanta Gladiators are off tonight. They do play tomorrow. 2:05 puck drop. I apologize. I think I said that wrong earlier. They play the Brampton Beast in Atlanta, 2:05, and that concludes their 6-game and 8-day stretch to start up 2020. And the NHL side of things on the Southern Hockey scoreboard, we find that the Lightning are up 1-0 on the Flyers, 4:28 to go in the second there. Whalers night and Carolina. Carolina Hurricanes 1, LA Kings 0, 4:31 to go in the second there. Predators are off tonight. They take on the Winnipeg Jets in Central Canada. 2 o'clock puck drop in the Eastern time zone. River Dragons in the teal specialty jerseys that have been won by somebody. Live source auction closed about half an hour ago, so if you won, congratulations. You'll be able to pick up your jersey from your player after the game. If you won and you're away from the arena, the River Dragons front offices will be able to contact you. So the River Dragons in those teal specialties will go left to right across your radio dial. Jared Rutledge has stopped 34 of 39 Prowlers shots in this one. Prowlers in their home blacks with the red pants and helmets. Red and white stripes on the sleeves and socks going to go right to left. And Kelly Curl gets himself warm in the crease to our right. He stopped 27 of 34. There's 1 minute and 26 seconds of penalty time for Nick Wright. Nick Wright had a 5-minute fight major and a game misconduct. It finished off his Gordie Howe hat trick, which was pretty cool. And somebody's got to go in to serve that. Meanwhile, they're still trying to fix the ice in front of the Columbus bench, as that's been a problem since the first period, again, because of the storm outside. And, ooh, some nice little smoke effects with the fire extinguisher. Because of the storm outside, we've got a humid building and a warm building, so the ice is suffering. Luckily, this is the last game of the homestand for this ice, 4 straight weekends in a row at home for the River Dragons. So they get the fire extinguisher off the ice, and it looks like we are ready to go in a 7-5 hockey game. At this rate, we're going to get to 18 goals. And if it's 9-9, that means somebody's going to win 10-9. And if it gets to 10-8, that means somebody hit 10. So it's going to be nuts. Buckle up, folks. Somebody might hit double digits here tonight at the Civic Center. Dragons 7, Prowlers 5. Trying to see if somebody's serving on the River Dragon side of things. Talking to somebody. Couldn't find the number of who went in, but we're underway here in the Victoryland third period. Jay Crute. Oh, we just got the note there. Jay Crute serving the last 120 of this right major. We're underway. Houston Clinic major penalty kill still on. Prowlers into the zone. Right wing circle. Looking for a goal. They can score as many as they want in the minute and 10. Still have a man advantage. Nippert, left point. Matt Graham, left circle. High slot. Federley, fake the shot. Right circle. Jay. That one blocked in front by Trumbley. Jay's second effort went wide. Collected and dumped the length of the ice by Kugler. Curl will be happy to watch it go by. Far side circle. Federley will take it. 50 seconds left to go in the major power play for Columbus, and then Krupp's out of the box. Federley off the wall, right wing side. Nippert will poke that one into the zone. Portillo giving chase. Lennartson along the corner. Howie dumps it down 200 feet. Crowd appreciates that. 35 seconds left to go in the major penalty. A Sestinick right and served by Jay Krupp. Federley near side corner. Behind the net. Ooh, MJ Graham nearly had it, but a good move using the back of the net there by David Nippert. Now Nippert will move this one up into the neutral zone. Left wing side, he stops up there. Jay Takes a slash, puts it down behind the goal line, behind the net. Nippert laid it out in front. Lennartson got to it before Jay. Held in there by Pace for a moment. Now Lennartson going to turn this one up ice. Good head fake, gets around a man. 3-on-3 as he hits the line, but Joe Pace dragging the stick down was able to knock that one away. Krup's out of the box, and the major power play is over for the Prowlers. Howie collects a rebound off of a Rutledge save. 2 for 8 now on the power play of the Prowlers. 6 for 8 in the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight, the River Dragons. Zukanich ahead. Cameron, left wing circle. Swept away there. Good stick by Clouston. Now this will be tied up in the corner. Lirakos trying to fish it through feet. Pace holds in, left wing hash. Down into the corner it goes for Lirakos. Lennartson on the far side wall. Tied up with Cameron. They cancel out. Krupp will have it behind the net for Clouston. 18 minutes left to go here in the third. 7-5 our score. Lirakos deflects this right side of red, so no icing. Curl comes out about 5 feet out of his net to play it. To the red line. Graham tries to drop it back, went through Cameron, but Parsons has it now. Good stick drag around one, dumps it in from the wrong side of blue. Onside though, and it goes wide. Shapitsin, far side corner, in his own end. Rims this one up, Bondarenko will turn it up ice and go with it. 4-on-3 for the River Dragons. He hits the line, left wing side. Bondarenko stopping it up, back to the right point. Clouston a shot, save made. Curl high atop his crease for that one, caught it right on the chest. 7-5 River Dragons here at the Civic Center. 17:29 to go in the third. And this wild night seems to have a traditional ending right now. We haven't had anything crazy happen yet on the ice or on the broadcast. Hopefully it stays that way and we get some good hockey to finish it out. Parsons tied up with Dimmitt as they go to the far corner. Cycled back, Federley rims it around near side to Nippert. Nippert takes a check but gets it ahead to Graham. 2-on-3. Dalton Jay cuts to the middle. Jay's in on sides but poked off his stick immediately. Kugler for Moskal, who's on hat-trick watch. The River Dragons do not have a hat-trick in their franchise history. C.J. Hayes, right wing circle, lost it as he tried to glove it down. And this one will be in over the line for the Columbus zone, and Trumbley will race after it. Turned over, Matt Graham, right circle. Pass across, and Nippert wasn't in the right area. Graham with it, near side circle, intercepted by Moskal as he lifted the stick. Moskal, right wing side, slows up, now cuts to the middle, fires, save made, Hayes the rebound off the post, and Dimmitt sent it high. That close to back-to-back games with 8 goals. Howie left point, behind the net for Dimmitt. Right wing corner, he stops it up. Federley tied up with Moskal. Moskal will pick it up, he fights through a hook. Playing it off the side of the net, Federley lost his stick. C.J. Hayes with it left wing circle. Hayes looking for space, pass back door to Lennartson, just too far out of his reach. Lennartson to C.J. Hayes, left point, now left circle, dekes around a man, backhand there, and Kelly Curl will jump on it as it pinballed through some feet in the slot, and he'll get the whistle. 7-5, River Dragons lead, 16-14 to go in the third. Shots on goal, 40-36 in favor of Port Huron. Face off to the right of Curl. Fallis going to take this one against Zukanich. Fallis will win it. Left circle. A chance there for Graham. It was blocked in front. Strack will put it off boards and out to the neutral zone. Shapitsin poked off his stick by Pfeiffer. They rub shoulders. Portillo holds it in right point. Portillo a shot. He scores. Portillo had that one go 5-hole on Rutledge. And just like that, it's a 1-goal game. 16:02 to go here in the third. Port Huron, for the second straight period, has opened up the scoring. But again, Columbus has a 1-goal lead. 3:58 into the third period, I should say. Justin Portillo picking up goal number 14 on the season for himself. The Toledo, Ohio native. Puck is down, and we are back underway here at the Civic Center. Jay Krupp ahead for Fallis. Kicks it to a stick. Left wing side. Fallis fires a shot. Graham to the middle. Save made. Curl. Pfeiffer picks up the only assist on the Portillo goal. Pfeiffer now has a multi-point night. He scored the goal that made it 2-2 all the way back in the first period. Remember when it was 2-2? That was such a long time ago. It's 7-6 Columbus right now. 15:50 to go in the third. And a face-off to the right of Kelly Curl. Fallis v. Jay. Fallis will win it. Left point. Trumbley fires high over the bar and hits the glass behind Curl. Kugler, right wing circle, to the middle, loose in the slot. Krupp on the backhand, tied up there by Pace. He got tripped up, no call coming. Look out, back the other way. Nippert on a breakaway. Nippert in all alone. Save made, rebound. Graham tied up in the crease. He couldn't bury it. Dalton Jay fires, blocked in front by Trumbley. Jay with the chance. Stick save made, Rutledge. Rebound, he jumps on it. Oh my goodness. Jay Krupp shrugging his shoulders at the referee. Clearly tripped up there by Pace, who was diving at it. We've seen that called all weekend. Wasn't right there. Then Port Huron kept playing to their credit. They went on a 120-foot pass. David Nippert on a breakaway, tried to go 5-hole. Rutledge stopped it. The rebound was loose in the crease. And then I didn't see who the defenseman was. I think it was Trumbley, who tied up Graham and prevented him from getting to that tap-in goal to potentially tie it up. 7-6 Columbus, 15:23 to go in the third. A mentally exhausting game for all involved. We still have more hockey to play. San Paulo 2-on-1, right wing circle. San Paulo waits, back for Bondarenko, score! Ivan Bondarenko restores the 2-goal lead. It's 8-6. I'm not sure if you're allowed to call that hockey karma. But as it stands, Columbus got a goal after they probably had one missed. Ivan Bondarenko, the goal. For him, his 11th of the season. And a 2-goal lead restored for Columbus. 15:14 to go in the third. And let's hear it from Dana Barker. Welcome back, Dana.
He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 10, Ivan Bondarenko. Assisted by number 27, Tim Sanapalo at 4:46 in the third period.
Sanapalo picks up the only assist. He's got the puck now. Left wing circle across the crease, and nobody was home. 8-6 Columbus. 14:45 to go here in the third. Back-to-back, high-scoring nights. Really back-to-back-to-back. So many goals this weekend. So Kanich right circle, back into Jay. What a block in front by Howie. Jay still with it, left wing circle. Another block. This time it's Lennartson. Howie up the wall, left point. Couldn't be held in by Federley. Icing on here against the River Dragons, and it will go the length. 14:26 left to go here in the third. 8-6 our score in favor of the Dragons. I warned you, we had 6 goals in the first, 6 goals in the second, and if we keep up that pace, we'll get to 18. We've already got 2 in the third. We're on pace for 4 more, and the bad news for me, my scorebook runs out at 18 goals. So if it's 9-9, I'm going to have to get creative. On the far side wall, this one rims around. C.J. Hayes tied up, lost the puck. Matt Graham with it, top of the left wing circle, whiffed on it. Liarakos getting out of space, coming with it right wing side one-on-one. Ivan Bondarenko across. Liarakos, a chip shot, and gloved out of the air by Curl, and a penalty is going to come up, a hooking call against Port Huron. The 5th Georgia power play of the night, as a hooking call will be assessed to Joe Pace Jr., returning to a very familiar place, the penalty box. By the way, we congratulated Joe Pace Jr. on his 400th game yesterday. We didn't realize it. But then we also found out he and Ahmad Mahfouz, and Mahfouz is close to 400 games. So coming into tonight's game, Joe Pace Jr. was also the all-time leader in penalty minutes by 2. He has over 1,300, so does Mahfouz, and Pace, I think, has 4 or 6 penalty minutes in this one. So he's racking them up, trying to keep that lead over Mahfouz, I guess. Face-off won by Columbus. Georgia power play is on. Dimmitt, right wing circle, trying to get it to Hayes. Matt Graham doing a great job in the middle, and Graham will chop it down the length of the ice. 13:50 to go here in the third. 100 seconds left to go in the Georgia power play. Jake Howie, right wing side. He'll take this one out of his own end. Howie moving this one up. 3-on-3 as he hits the line, getting it here. Left wing circle, a shot by Moskal and a save made by Curl. Moskal for Hayes. Moskal still with it along the far side wall. He's tied up. Hayes holds it in center point. Lenartson, right wing circle. Gets it back. He almost left it behind. Hayes right point. Howie left point. Waits, fires. Pad save. Kelly Curl. Rebound pops up loose in the slot. Bunch of guys jump for it. Moskal a shot. Curl didn't see it. It went high. Lenartson, right point. Howie, center point. Left circle. Moskal across to the middle. CJ Hayes tied up there. Crowd wants a call, none coming. Hayes wanted one too. Power play remains though for another 55 seconds. Howie from behind his own net, handing it off to Moskal. Again, he's on hat-trick watch. River Dragons do not have a hat-trick in their franchise history. Portillo dumping this one down from the near side boards. It'll be stopped up there by Rutledge. 40 seconds remain in the pace minor. Lenartson, right wing side, ahead for MJ Graham. Graham 3-on-2 as he hits the line, full head of speed. Graham, right wing corner, now down behind the net on the forehand. Pass, and whiffing on the one-timer there, Shapitzin, and MJ Graham showing off the wheels to get to that puck. Otherwise, Dalton J had a breakaway. Here's MJ Graham, pushing this one into the zone. Here's Clouston. Clouston dropping it back. Right wing circle for Krupp. Back behind the net for Clouston. It rims around. Shapitzin with it, left wing hash. Now to Krupp. Krupp left wing corner. 5 seconds left to go in the pace minor. Give and go. Krupp still with it, left wing circle. Pass across. Clouston waits, fires, and a blocker save. Made there by Kelly Curl. Port Huron back to full strength. 1 for 5 on the Georgia power play tonight are the River Dragons. 2-on-2 battle in the left wing corner. Clouston trying to kick it out of feet. MJ Graham, he'll pick it out of the scrum. Left point, Shapitzin fires. Save made Curl, and he finds the rebound and gloves it. 11:50 left to go here in the Victory Land third period. 8-6 River Dragons. Face-off coming to the right of Curl. Learakos going to go against Graham. Learakos wins it. Left point. Trumbley, a shot blocked in front. Loose in the slot. Back to Trumbley on a pass. Save made Curl. Rebound just went past Learakos, and Port Huron will collect and get rid of the danger. Here's Nippert into the zone. Left wing side. Nippert pushes it down for Graham in the corner. Behind the net. Pass went through Pfeiffer. Learakos will cut him off as he goes into the corner. Nippert and Trumbley tie up. 2-on-2 battle. Right wing corner. Trumbley fishes it out of feet. Bondarenko gets it ahead to San Apollo. San Apollo waits for some help. 3-on-2 as he hits the line right wing side. San Apollo couldn't thread it through as Joe Pace Jr. blocked that pass. Bondarenko still got it. Right wing circle. Bondarenko cutting around him. He falls down. Pace getting away with that one, it looks like, at least according to the crowd he did. Left wing side. Here's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer going to go one-on-one against Kugler. Backhand sticked away there by Rutledge. Pfeiffer with it now in the far corner. Chops it down. Moskal has it, so Kanich quickly took it off his stick. On the far wall, Bondarenko read it. He'll dump it down to the red line. 10:50 to go here in the third. 8-6 Dragons dumped in by Strack, and a save by Rutledge, and he covered that one up. $10:48 to go here in the third. And we'll get a face-off coming to Rutledge's left. Is there a penalty on this? Yes, there is. A linesman was at the Columbus bench. He retrieved Ivan Bondarenko. So Bondarenko takes the penalty. High sticking, the call against Bondarenko. We missed the signal. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. The Houston Clinic penalty kill is on for the 9th time tonight. 6 for 8 previous. Federley a shot. Deflected in front by Zolkanich and went wide. Behind the net, Moskal able to intercept it. He's got CJ Hayes with him, 2-on-2. Moskal, left wing side, hits the line, cuts to the middle, flips it there. Hayes a chance, tied up, got a little bit on it, and a penalty. Coming up, CJ Hayes drew that call. Hooking will kill off the remainder of the Bondarenko minor. So, 7 for 9 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. And there will be 17 seconds of Georgia power play time as Austin Federley sits in the box for 2. 10:31 left to go in the Victory Land third period. 8-6 our score. Face-off coming to the right of Curl. Puck is down. Moskal wins it. Moskal, left wing circle. Deeks through the legs. Now Deeks spinorama. Oh, and he couldn't get through Parsons one more time. Man, Moskal can show off the fancy stick work. Deflected into the zone by Nippert. And Rutledge will rim this one around. Pass to the middle. Nippert couldn't get on the end of it. Struck! Firing from the left point. Save made. Rutledge caught in the glove. Face-off will come to the right of Rutledge. 10-10 to go in the third. 8-6 our score. 47-42. Shots on goal in favor of Port Huron. It started as a backyard hockey game. It's still kind of got that vibe, but a big 3 points on the line, and this series weekend win on the line here. River Dragons still in line for it, up 2. Tied up, and Port Huron will win it. Strack at the left point, just able to hold it in. Pass across to Parsons. Left wing corner it goes. MJ Graham rims this one around. Nippert trying to intercept it there. Shapitzin will put him into the wall. Here's Dimmitt feeding MJ Graham. 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Klauston just holds himself on sides. MJ Graham takes us behind the net. Trying to feed Dimmitt. Blocked in front, Dalton J. Now up the left wing side. Here's David Nippert trying to go one-on-one. Nippert a shot. He scores! He got that one through Rutledge, and I mean literally through. I think that one hit him on the armpit and just got through. 8-7, a 4-on-4 goal, 9:40 to go in the third. This series has been unreal. We have 15 goals here tonight. We still got 9 minutes to play. We had 9 goals last night, all for one team. And then we had 11 goals on Thursday. So we have 35 goals in 3 games. Oh my goodness. And they say minor league hockey isn't exciting sometimes. Pfeiffer fires a shot. That one blocked in front by Kugler. Dalton J will pick up the assist on the Nippert goal. Shot from the left point. Strack and a save made Rutledge. 36 seconds remain in the 4-on-4. Then it'll be a 17-second Georgia power play when Bondarenko's out of the box. Likely the River Dragons don't score on that. Now I say likely. This game's had all the goals in the world. They very well might. It'll be the 6th Georgia power play when we get to that point. Face off to the right of Rutledge. Graham v. Graham. And referees went over to the Port Huron bench to say something. Don't know what it was. That Port Huron bench very small right now. 7 skaters on there. And then the backup goaltender, Jeremy Skiba, who is broadcasting the game on the Port Huron network. If that doesn't tell you, it's unreal. Oh, media timeout. We'll take that. 9:24 to go in the third. 8-7 our score. Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Your vision, our drive. That's our motto at Express Printing, providing printing and copy services for big businesses and small families. We bring big ideas to the world of graphic design and printing. Visit us at 1520 13th Avenue in Columbus or call 706-323-5639. We can also be found online at the letter X, pressprintinganddesign.com. Express Printing.
Right here in Buena Vista, Georgia, only 30 minutes from Columbus. Visit our website to book your tour today, swampfoxdistillingco.com.
Tired of that same old company outing? How about sprucing it up with your Columbus River Dragons? Or want to make your child's next birthday a truly memorable one? Bring your group to a Columbus River Dragons game. Groups of 15 or more receive bulk pricing starting at just $12 a person with packages that will keep you and your whole group happy and entertained. For information on getting your business, organization, or party to our games, give the River Dragons a call at 706-507-4625 or get details at ourdragons.com.
Back here at the Civic Center, MJ Graham rushing through the middle, left wing circle. He gets around Parsons. He's first on it in the corner. 9:08 left to go here in the third. We're 4-on-4 for another 18 seconds. Ivan Bondarenko will be out of the box. Then a bridge, Georgia power play coming up for Columbus. Pfeiffer, left point, stops it up. Matt Graham, left wing circle. Pfeiffer lost his stick, so Graham will hold on to the puck. Graham with it, right wing corner. Takes a check there from Kugler. Kugler force it off him. MJ Graham with Bondarenko joining the rush. It's 3-on-2. MJ Graham left wing side. He's in over the line. Left circle stops up. Trumbley looks, fires. Save made, curl. Rebound tied up. MJ Graham scores! Power play goal. 9-7. Well, bite our tongue that the abridged power play will probably come up empty because of the time. Rush up, perfect time. Bondarenko got involved. He was tied up in the middle, couldn't bury it, but MJ Graham came in and found one to the near post. 9-7, Columbus. Back-to-back games with 9 goals. Will we see double digits from somebody? 8:37, we got a chance. Here's Dana Barker.
He shoots. River Dragons power play goal scored by number 8, MJ Graham. Assisted by number 10, Ivan Bondarenko at 11:23 in the third period.
Bondarenko picks up the only assist. I get the feeling Trumbley is going to get added onto that too for his initial shot. 9-7 River Dragons, 8:10 to go in the third. Here's Bondarenko through middle of ice. Now he'll spin it back into his own end, get some space. Now comes up full head of steam, loses hhis balance. Right circle Irakos, blocker save made by Curl. Portillo gloves this one down. In the corner, he stopped up. San Paulo was watching him, trying to play that one into the middle as Lirakos. He's with it right wing side. Lirakos spins away from a check. Still on his feet. Got it on the forehand, moving it up the wall. Lirakos, pass across. C.J. Hayes couldn't settle it down, takes it off the wall. Hayes fights through a double team hit. Crowd wanted a call. There was not enough there for that one. Howie, near side circle in his own end off the soft dump. Howie over for Dimmitt. He'll get on his horse. Right wing side, dump it into the zone. Behind the net, Dimmitt first on it. Pace watching him there. Left circle, a shot. Acute angle, missed well wide. Right point, Clouston. This one rims around. Parker Moskal tied up with Pace. Pace will get inside edge, and he'll get there first. Backhand flipping this one out. Could have had a 2-on-1 with Matt Graham, but the pass was too far in front of him. Vaughn Clouston got there, but didn't have enough for icing either. C.J. Hayes, 7 minutes left to go here in the third. Hayes moving this one up. Left wing side, Moskal, what a deke. Shot, save made. Clouston scores! Vaughn Clouston is first as a River Dragon. The Dragons have 10. Well, I mean, you could say a rout. It's a football score for sure, 10-7. Vaughn Clouston is first as a River Dragon, third of the season. And you got to feel for Kelly Curl. He's come into a tough spot. Port Huron's lost 3 goalies this weekend. Here's the goal.
He shoots. River Dragons goal scored by number 24, Vaughn Clouston. Assisted by number 9, Parker Moskal at 13:03 in the third period. That's Clouston from Moskal.
Clouston from Moskal, a couple of former icebreakers combining on that goal. That's the 2-for-2 trade. That saw Peshtuka and Heron heading over to Menor, paying dividends. Nippard moves this one in through the center of ice. Checked there by Dimmitt. Laid loose for Zulkanich. Trying to go back for Jay. Pass was out of his reach. Left point Parsons. Stick there loose. They score. David Nippard. Deflected in the slot. It's 10-8. And I'm going to make a broadcaster's plea. No more. I'm out of space in the scorebook. I don't think the guy who made my scorebook anticipated ever seeing an 18-goal hockey game. He has clearly never seen FPHL hockey. 43 seconds after the goal from Clouston, and we're out of space. Nippard, his second goal of the game. In fact, he has the last 2 Port Huron goals. So Nippard doing his best to keep the Prowlers in this one.
Number 28, David Nippard, assisted by number 16, Brian Parsons. Number 72, Zachary Zulkanich.
Parsons and Zulkanich pick up the assists on Nippard's second of the game and 4th of the season for the Newfoundland native. Zulkanich trying to put that one into the Columbus zone. It's taken away. Here's Krupp right wing side. Federley trying to play that one out of the zone. He hit Cameron with it. Croup, right wing corner, 5:45 to go in the third. MJ Graham fishes it out of feet. Graham to the side of the net, and Kelly Curl will wait for it there and glove it for a whistle. 5:38 to go in the third. It's 10-8. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I'm just in disbelief at what we've seen here today, folks. 6 goals in each period. It's 10-8, and there's still 5:38 to go in the third. So that means we got a chance for even more. Face-off won by Lirakos. Right point Kugler. This one will rim around. Lirakos has it left wing side. Lirakos up the wall. Santa Paulo held that one in for a moment. He gloved it down. Now here's Port Huron back the other way. Port Huron left wing side with Gregorich. He's got a goal in this game, but it seems like who doesn't at this point. Here's Lirakos, 2-on-2, right wing, dropping it back. Bondarenko, right circle. He rang it off the post. Nearly an 11th. Oh, my. Matt Graham from the red line dumps this one in. Lennartson, left wing corner in his own end. Deeks around a man, trying to get it out. Port Huron turned him over. Pfeiffer to Graham. Back for Pfeiffer. They score. I don't know where I'm going to put this one in the book, but we've got a 1-goal game. It's 10-9. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my absolute goodness. Port Huron deserves all the credit in the world. They could have rolled over and said, nah, we're just going to phone this one in. Our broadcaster's on the bench as a backup goalie. We've got a guy who hasn't played all season. He's been doing color commentary with the Birds. There's only 12 skaters, and yet they've put up 9. There's a 1-goal game. 5 minutes left to go in the third. It's pretty much a brand new hockey game right now, folks. 10-9 our score. Port Huron with the last 2.
Number 17, Jared Pfeiffer, assisted by number 51, Matt Graham, and 15:04.
Pfeiffer from Graham. Pfeiffer's got his second of the night, so he's on hat-trick watch. C.J. Hayes, right wing circle, stops this one up. Hayes at the high slot, knocked away by Strack. Here's Pfeiffer trying to move this one left wing side. Clouston trying to play this one into the zone. He will. Pace plays it up for Strack. And now to an open wing. Justin Portillo will take it off the wall, dump it in from the red, and get a change. 4:20 left to go here in the third. 10-9 Dragons. That's not a typo. That's not an error. Clouston, circle to circle. Going ahead with this one. To the middle, holding on sides. Dimmitt fires, and a penalty coming up. Moskal had held himself on sides, but he did so by tackling Federley. And Moskal heads to the box with 4:05 to go in the third. And the Prowlers have their 10th power play of the night with a chance to tie up this game at 10-10. Timeout, Port Huron. They'll take a timeout and talk about this one. It's a huge moment. I mean, I guess we'll go through what we can of the third period here. Scoring summary. We had more than 6 goals now. We're up to 7. Third period started with Justin Portillo, 7-6 Columbus. Then 8-6 Columbus through Bondarenko. 8-7 Nippert, his first of the period. 10-20 mark of the third. 9-7 Columbus, MJ Graham. 10-7 Columbus through Von Clouston. 10-8 Port Huron. That was through Nippert again. And then 10-9 at the 15:04 mark, Pfeiffer, his second. And Port Huron's just taking their timeout. 10-9 our score. 4:05 to go in the third. And the River Dragons are on the Houston Clinic penalty kill for the 10th time tonight. Oh, my. What a game. 3-3s, usually the legs are dead. You're not feeling like anything. It's been everything here today. What a treat. We're happy you're following along with us on the River Dragons Broadcast Network for this one. Face off, false start again. Fallis will get waved. Matt Graham is going to take this one now against Tim Santapalo. Fallis will plead his case. He's not happy about it. Fallis got to be careful not to get a delay of game here, arguing too much. Graham versus Santapalo. Santapalo will win that one. In the corner, Kugler rims it around. Fallis collects it, far side wall. He'll have it at the red line. Going to go against the Port Huron defense by himself. Fallis will push that one down into the corner, and Nippert took it away. Fallis still tied up in the corner with Nippert and Graham. Now Zulkanich will push that pile. That killed off a little bit of time. 1:40 left to go in the Moscow Minor. 10-9 our score. Prowlers with a chance to tie this game up. Unbelievable. Left wing side. Here's Dalton Jay. Jay waits for it at the hash marks. Down into the corner it goes. Now to the high slot. That one was out of Nippert's reach. Nippert's one of the Prowlers on hat trick alert. Curl will stop it up there. Behind the net, Nippert will take it. 3:20 to go here in the third. 1:15 to go in the minor penalty to Parker Moskal. Up the right wing side. Now to Matt Graham, left wing. Matt Graham in over the line. Playing it down to Howie. Howie gets a check there by Zulkanich. He gets tackled down. Howie wanted a call, none coming. Lenartson just able to get it out. Zulkanich still giving Howie the business. Those two pick themselves up. Onsides for Dimmitt. Short-handed chance. Pats it. Score! Cameron Dimmitt. Short-handed goal. 11-9. Zulkanich and Howie were giving each other the business back in the other end, but the forwards were doing great work. There was a collision. Port Huron lost the puck. Cameron Dimmitt just held it in at center point, went in and just popped it over Kelly Curl, who's given up 11. 2:53 to go in the third. It's 11-9. Here's the goal from Dana Barker.
He shoots! River Dragons short-handed goal scored by number 17, Cameron Dimmitt. Assisted by number 8, MJ Graham, and number 20, Anton Lenartson at 17:07.
Graham and Lenartson pick up the helpers on the shorty for Cameron Dimmitt. 2:36 to go here in the third. Prowlers still on the power play for 32 more seconds. They're a very dangerous team. We know that. Learakos wins the draw, trying to get it out. Right point, held in there by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, who's on hat-trick alert. Portillo fires a shot. He whiffed on it there. Trumley with it. Near side boards. He'll dump it down 200 feet. 18 seconds left to go in the Moskal penalty. Curl stops it up. Behind the net. Moving this one up is Brian Parsons. Let's go Dragons. The chant here very loud at the Civic Center. Parsons gets it back. Right point on a drop pass. Right circle a shot. Just missed wide. Killing off the penalty as Moskal's out of the box. Nearly had a chance at that one. 8 for 10 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight. Trumley to Pete. Oh, check that one. That one nearly hit off of Moskal and went in front of the net. Cleared away by Trumley, and Curl slows it there for Nippert. 1:45 to go in the third. Our eyes are on Kelly Curl as the River Dragons are up 11-9. Krupp turned it over in the offensive zone. Here's Dalton Jay with a full head of steam. Jay gets around a man, left wing circle, pass to the middle, Strack tied up, and this will be dumped down the length there by Kugler. Racing for it, Krupp, he's got a chance. Krupp fires, and that one just missed wide. Banging his stick for it there was Moskal as he was coming in uncontested looking for the hat trick. Far side circle. Moskal pokes it, prevents the outlet pass. He's still with it here. Moskal laying it off to Graham. A shot, blocker save. Graham his own rebound. Another save by Kelly Curl as he sticks it away. 1:05 left to go here in the third. Port Huron with it, trying to move up the ice. Curl looking at the bench. Will he go? Nippert takes a check. Portillo lost it. And in the neutral zone. Krupp laying it off for Graham. 3-on-1 the other way. Graham across. Krupp left circle. Back for Graham, and he couldn't bury it. Pass was too far in front of him. 3-on-3 battle over the left shoulder of Curl. 45 seconds left to go in the third. Moving this one up ice. It's Gregorich. Gregorich 2-on-2. Trying to get around Clauston. Clauston falls down but makes the check. There's Shapitsin. Curl stays in his net. It's still 5-on-5 for Port Huron. MJ Graham flips this one down. Parker Moskal in a race with Federley. Federley will win it. He has it at the hash marks. Moskal tackles him down. Penalty coming up here. Zulkanich having it at the side of his net. And now Federley giving it back to Moskal as Fallis will touch this puck. 22.4 left to go in the third. and a lacrosse score. I'm not even calling this a football score. It's a lacrosse score, 11-9. So Moskal heads off to the box again. Crowd doesn't like it. I mean, he definitely tackled him down. 22.4 left to go in the third. Does Port Huron have some magic in him? Curl's going to head off. It will be 6-on-5 in this offensive zone draw. 11th Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. What a day. And while it's still not done, Port Huron needs a miracle to force this into OT. We'll see. So Canich to Jay. Here's Nippert with that high slot. Nippert over to Pace, top of the right circle. Fires a shot. Save made. Rutledge. Somebody got poked at there. So Canich taking some abuse from Howie. Linesman will get in the way of that. 14.3 to go in the third. It's 11-9. Does anything make sense in the hockey world anymore after a day like today? I don't know. But Port Huron with yet another power play, second best in the FPHL. It's already scored twice, trying to convert again, and then again hope for a miracle. Puck was dropped unfairly. 1.2 came off the clock. And both centers are going to get waived. Follis and Zokanich both out. Here comes Dimmitt and Matt Graham to take it. Matt Graham wins it. Right point. Federley, left point. Nippert, a shot blocked there by Howie. 8 seconds left to go in the third. Matt Graham to Nippert, left point. Right point, firing a shot. Blocker save, rebound in the corner. Lenartson finds it, ties it up, and this game is over.
Final score, your River Dragons
11-9, the final. No one's going to forget this one for a long time. I promise you that. Wow. All right. The Michelob Ultra postgame show will start up. We'll try and make sense of what we saw here today. It was unreal. It comes up next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Kate.
And we're not just literal taste buds. We're best buds. And we love Pepsi.
Sure, we live inside your mouth.
But that doesn't mean we don't enjoy the finer things.
Pepsi incoming!
Amazing.
That's what I was thinking.
It's like we share the same mouth, Kate.
Forever and ever, Nate.
Make your taste buds happy and pick up a delicious, refreshing Pepsi.
Whether you need service and repair or 24/7 roadside assistance, your peace of mind comes from the assurance that you're working with a team of professionals at Interstate National Truck and Trailer, dedicated to providing the best possible service with over 30 years of experience in servicing and repairing transportation vehicles. Give them a call at 404-629-6275 in Georgia or 334-298-2500 in Alabama. Getting you back on the road is the #1 priority at Interstate National Truck and Trailer.
We've invented a new messaging system using the crisp sounds of Bud Light. Crisp Code, Lesson 42. This is how you say happy hour. It's happy hour. Let's go get some Bud Lights. That's it for today.
Brewed with no corn syrup. Bud Light, crisp. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Stay up to date on all things River Dragons with the Swamp Fox Distilling Co. Coaches Show only on 92.1 FM and 1420 AM WRCG. Game recaps, coach and player interviews, and much more are waiting every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Don't forget to follow the River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when we're taking the show on the road to an establishment near you. That's the Swamp Fox Distilling Co. Coaches Show every Tuesday, 6 to 7 on WRCG.
It's time for the Michelob Ultra postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Tonight's show is brought to you by B&B Beverage Company, fine providers of Bud Light and Michelob Ultra, Cypress Partners, Express Printing, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, and B&B Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
Welcome back to the Michelob Ultra postgame show. Sorry about that. We sort of spaced during the postgame open. As I guess, hopefully you can't blame us. This was just your typical 20-goal, 11-9 hockey game. Oh my goodness, what we just saw here tonight was unreal. And yet, it does not set an FHL record, or an FPHL record, I should say. Back in 2015, I want to hat tip the guys at Bus League Hockey big time as they came through for me. They were watching the game. They got a hold of me. I didn't ask them to do this, but they're like, hey, if you need this, just to let you know. The Berkshire Battalion beat Steel City 19-3 in 2015. 22 combined goals. We came really close. And you know what's weird is I remember last season Port Huron lost a game similar to the scoreline. I think they lost it 10-8. So Port Huron has had back-to-back years with just unbelievable score lines, and I think they've come up on the losing end of both of them. So this game of backyard hockey is over. Columbus 11, Port Huron 9. Just like last night, instead of giving you the goal-by-goal summary, because it's way too long, I went past my scorebook. It only holds 18 goals. I'm down into the shots on goal writing over stuff, so we're writing over other stats. Let's just give you who didn't have points tonight. Over in Port Huron, it was Joe Pace Jr., Jesse Cameron, and Alexander Strack. For Columbus, it was Preston Kugler, Chase Fallis, and Jay Krupp. Everybody else had at least a point. Parker Moskal, 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points. MJ Graham, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4. Over on the Port Huron side, David Nippert had a 5-point night, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Jared Pfeiffer, 2 goals, and a helper. By the way, there was a Gordie Howe hat trick in this game. It was Nick Wright, a goal, an assist, and a fight that got him kicked out of the game with a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. I don't know if we'll ever see something like this again this season or any time while hockey's back here in Columbus, but wow, what a game and what a weekend. 6-5 on Thursday, 9-0 on Saturday, 9-0 on Friday, 11-9 here on Saturday, and mercifully, we get Sunday off. The Prowlers will have to drive back. We had like a tornado and some storms in this area, I guess, and Michigan is getting hit with a snowstorm up there. So feel for Port Huron. They have a rough ride back home. We wish them all the best and hope they get back safe. Man, say what you want, but this was an entertaining game, and Port Huron did amazing work being down as many skaters as they were with a backup, a color commentator of a goalie, I should say, is Kelly Curl. I mean, I thought he'd retired, but I guess he was still available to put on the pads, and tough one for him to come into, but he did the work, because if it wasn't him, it would have been Jeremy Skiba, who we see finishing up his broadcast from the Port Huron bench. He was the backup netminder and broadcaster. What a job he did. What a job everybody did. 11-9, Columbus wins. Let's take a break. When we come back, around the FPHL next, the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Y'all ever wonder what it's like to eat like a real New Yorker? Stop in for carved New York strip steak and butterfly shrimp at Golden Corral. Get all you want of our juicy hand-carved New York strip steak and crispy jumbo butterfly shrimp. So good, you won't be able to forget about it. Carved New York strip and jumbo shrimp. Available at dinner every weekend for a limited time. Only at Golden Corral. The only one for everyone.
Carved New York strip and butterfly shrimp available Friday and Saturday after 4 p.m. and Sunday after 11 a.m.
Discover power in the palm of your hand with the MyDPI mobile app, a secure and convenient way to report, manage, and pay your diverse power bills 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With instant access to account information, real-time outage reporting, and the ability to schedule alerts and reminders at your fingertips, managing your home's energy usage has never been easier. Available for Apple and Android devices. Diverse power, the powerful difference.
Wiping out on the ice too much? Maybe it's time to get those skates sharpened. And what better place to do it than at the Dragon's Den Pro Shop in the Columbus Ice Rink? Friendly staff are waiting to assist you with your ice skating needs, whether it's hockey, figure skating, or public skating. Not a skater? That's okay. Swing on by and check out some of the River Dragon souvenirs stocked in our store, 400 Street, next to the Civic Center.
GTG, BRB, OMW, be there in a few. You may think that these kinds of texts are fine because of their length, and you can easily send them at a stoplight. But no, answering one text can take your attention away from the road for 5 seconds. And traveling at 55 miles an hour, that's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Make good decisions, don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
We're back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Michelob Ultra postgame show. If I sound exhausted, I am. 11-9. 11-9, the River Dragons win today. Well, it wasn't pretty defensively, unlike last night, but it was entertaining, to say the least. The goals in this game, we talked about the points, just the straight-up goals in this one. Moskal and MJ Graham each get 2, and then Bondarenko, Shapitsin in his first game back since being released from Birmingham. Nick Wright in his 99th FPHL game, his 5th FPHL goal. Cameron Dimmitt, Vaughn Clouston, CJ Hayes, and Yanni Lirakos, the tallies for Columbus. Over for Port Huron, 2 goals for Nippert, 2 goals for Pfeiffer, 1 for Graham, 1 for Portillo, 1 for Jay, 1 for Gregorich, and 1 for Federley. And out of all of it, a 20-goal game that doesn't even make it into the record books because in 2015, Berkshire just had to run up the score on Steel City. Fine. All right. Around the FPHL is brought to you by Candlewood Suites Northeast, the official hotel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. Thunderbirds get a shutout win over the Icebreakers, 3-0. Jake Mullen, in his first game as a Thunderbird, picks up the shutout there. Probably nice for him to go from Battle Creek to Carolina and see results like that. Delaware Thunder are on their way to winning a game against the Danbury Hat-Tricks. They're up 5-2 now with 12 minutes left to go in the third period there. Ryan Marker, another tally early in the third period, has given that game its 5-2 score. Watertown, they were delayed a little bit due to the ice-making machine, but 2-1, Elmira leads as they're about to finish the second period in this one. Goals in this one, the first 2 from Elmira, Hudson Michaelis and Ahmad Mahfouz, and then Tyler Jurich for Watertown answered. All 3 of the goals in this game have come on the power play. Over in Danville, the Battle Creek Rumblebees had a 1-0 lead at last check, but the Danville Dashers have stormed back. They're up 5-2 over Battle Creek with 6 minutes to go in the second. After Adam Howie opened the scoring, Nick Gullo, Brad Denny, Tyler Quintos, and Fred Hine scored for Danville between the first and second periods. Battle Creek's Jakob Wolf made it 4-2, but then a shorty from Jesse Naher midway through the game makes it 5-2. It's Around the FPHL, brought to you by Candlewood Suites Northeast, the official hotel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. SPHL, Southern Hockey Scoreboard. We had all 10 teams in action. Well, we had 8 teams in action. Peoria and Quad City, that game had to be canceled or postponed. Not sure what the official terminology was, but they didn't play it today due to some snowstorms up in the Midwest. Fayetteville's going to roll to a win over in Central Georgia. They're going to beat Macon 5-2. There's 14 seconds left to go in that one. Birmingham 1, Roanoke 0, 6:38 to go in the second there. Halfway through the game in Huntsville, the Ice Bears lead the Havoc 1-0. Evansville and Pensacola are tied 1-1, 11:20 left to go. And as mentioned, Peoria and Quad City, they are not playing tonight. Gladiators take on the Brampton Beasts, the Infinite Energy Arena at 2:05. We're not playing, and I don't think the SPHL is playing, so if you're looking for hockey in Georgia tomorrow, you'll find it in Atlanta. Again, Gladiators taking on the Brampton Beasts. And then at the NHL level, we have got 2 teams in action on the Southern Hockey Scoreboard. We have the Lightning and the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are hosting their Hartford Whalers night. And the Hurricanes still lead that one 1-0 over the Kings. 2:29 to go in the third there. Lightning still lead 1-0 over the Flyers. 5 minutes left to go in the third, but Flyers are currently on a power play. That's the Southern Hockey Scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we conclude the Michelob Ultra postgame show, conclude a wild, stormy night here in Columbus on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want, and your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeaddsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
In a country hungry for unity, the $5 cheeseburger and fries from TGI Fridays is here. So let's come together for America's favorite meal and become one nation under cheeseburger. Our tasty signature cheeseburger and fries for $5, all day, all night for a limited time at TGI Fridays. Your local TGI Fridays is at 3116 Adams Farm Drive, just off Whittlesey Boulevard in Columbus. Open until midnight or later, 7 days a week.
Looking to show your River Dragons pride? Show it off loud and proud with some awesome merch from the River Dragons team store. Open every game day at the Columbus Civic Center or available 9 to 5 at the River Dragons offices at 400 4th Street in Columbus. Everything from t-shirts and pullovers to hats and cowbells. With new merchandise coming in all the time. Can't get to a game or to the office? No problem. Ordering also available at rdragons.com/merchandise 24/7.
I don't want to live for nothing.
Back here one final time on the Michelob Ultra post-game show. River Dragons 11, Prowlers 9. What a game we just saw. Unbelievable. In my hockey career, not only professional, but what I called when I was in college, I don't think I've ever seen a game like this, at least on the broadcasting side of things. I'm sure I've seen one or two where a team's hit double digits, but where both teams nearly hit double digits, it's just crazy. And I got to say, I'm going to remember this one for a while. I hope everyone in attendance will certainly remember this one for a while. This was another one of those instant classics. You thought the 8-6 was an instant classic in Carolina. This one was another instant classic, though this one, it just felt like everyone was throwing the kitchen sink. It was a 3-3. It was the final game these two teams to play each other in the regular season. There is a possibility they meet up in the playoffs, likely in a potential 2-3 setup or a Western Division final. But you could just tell, even though it was a 3-3 and guys were dog tired, they were just giving everything they possibly had. Goals were rolling in all over the place. Alice Shapitson and Nick Wright opened the scoring. Alice Shapitson returning from Birmingham, basically racing in against the Storm here. And Nick Wright, only his 5th career FPHL goal. He knows his role in the team, but I tell you what, that was just awesome to see him get that and get a Gordie Howe hat trick tonight. By the way, 3 stars of the game. Nick Wright got the 3rd star, goal, assist, and a fight. 2nd star of the game, number 8, MJ Graham with a couple of goals. So too did Parker Moskal, who was the number 1 star tonight. River Dragons are on the road. After 4 straight weekends at home, the ice can get a chance to settle and recuperate. And we head up to Watertown, New York to take on the Wolves in a Friday and Saturday cross-divisional matchup. Remember, the River Dragons split that weekend series with the Wolves here at the Civic Center, but the Wolves took 4 of the 6 points. So, in that military town rivalry, Columbus is going to have to do some work on the road to try and swing that in their favor with only 2 games coming up against Watertown. Those games are going to be heard right here on 92.1 FM, 1420 AM. That's WRCG, the home of River Dragons hockey. And thank the fine folks at CTV Beam for bringing this game to you on TV and on YouTube. Despite all the outages and all the storms, it seems like we were able to keep that on the air pretty well. I'll have to double check with them when I get down there, but I didn't hear too many reports of outages on the TV side. It was the radio side that had big issues because of the building that they were out of, and we thank the fine folks at PNB Broadcasting for working so hard, not only keeping the public informed on their side of things on air, but for taking care of all of our issues off the air as well. Man, it was a wild night, and we all got through it together, everybody. The storm, I think, has passed. I don't hear any more rain on top of the Civic Center. Dana Barker was able to return to the game from doing meteorology duties with WLTZ. So Looks like we all got out of it, everybody. And now the River Dragons will look ahead to a weekend in Watertown, New York. I'm sure there'll be plenty of snow waiting for us up there. I'm Zach DeBozart, the voice of the River Dragons. Thank you to Stephen Pierce. Thank you to Elizabeth Baez. And thank you to the whole crew at CTV Beam for making this game possible and keeping everything working as much as they can. We didn't have an Inside the Lair pregame show guest. We were going to talk to Jared Rutledge, but the storm kind of knocked us off there. Rutledge had a night to forget, but he had a win in this one. So, I don't know. I guess it all worked out in the end for him. Either way, he got his first professional shutout this weekend, and that's going to certainly make him feel good as well. I'm Zach DeBozart, the voice of the River Dragons. You've been listening to River Dragons Hockey. One more time, your final score, because it's unbelievable. Columbus 11, Port Huron 9 on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
To the Michelob Ultra post-game show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by B&B Beverage Company.